Civil war in my country is at an end, and we have all resolved that never again shall we resort to violence to settle matters of political importance. This is a child who is going to grow up without a right hand. This is the product of war. So I hope we shall all learn from this and try to embrace peace wherever we are. Thank you very much. Today is a very important day for Sierra Leone. We have in my country is at an end, and we have all resolved that never again shall we resort to violence to settle matters of political importance. This is a child who is going to grow up without a right hand. This is the product of war. So I hope we shall all learn from this and try to embrace peace wherever we are. Thank you very much.
Wow. Good afternoon, me people. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining we. Thank you for joining we. We don't come again. This is a special broadcast from the social review team. And it is a sad day in Wikonti today. It is a sad day. Why I say it is a sad day, because we don't lost some fellow Sierra Leoneans today. On both sides of the aisle, nobody wins in war, nobody wins in fighting, nobody wins in dispute. That's why they get what they call conflict resolution, where we for come at the table for talk, for avoid, for let me get to this point to how we so today. And one of the things the way we always they talk on social media and at this VOS platform, we have to engage, regardless of who is bringing the complaint. We get for engage. We cannot be dismissive, because we were dismissive, because the present government was dismissive of people's concern, of people's cry, of people's complaint, of things the way they bother them. They refuse for accept. They refuse for come to the table and try for negotiate and try for engage and see. And today we did Naya. It's a sad day. You know, it's a day where young folks then come out there and people perish. They not go back home to their mama, to their papa. We see policemen them, we go answer the call of duty because others from above say they should go out there, shoot to kill, engage to kill. Today people, they don't die. We they ask the question today, do the people of Sierra Leone have the right to demonstrate? The Constitution allows them and guarantees that right. But this demonstration, and before I go further, let me introduce the panelists then today, with people that will join with today. I get with me, co-host, as usual, Lawyer Salone, there with we, where I don't a lawyer in America, I don't practice law over 40 years, and then I had between follow we can discuss and talk about this thing. And I get with CEO, Mr. Tawali, Mohammed Tawali, is there between I am, because he said one can lend the voice to waiting to go on, because we all know happy waiting to go on. It can be preventable, and then for being able to prevent them. We say yes to that. It could have been prevented. We're not for being reached this side, but we go candy. And also we eyewitness we're being then at the ground today. One of we own Mr. Cecil, we're based in Freetown, in the day eyewitness, it bring to we see a live and direct. And we will get again the chance, because he was there. He was one of the first reporters on the ground where cover the side where even they will cover who say most of the problem come out where people then die. So to you, Mr. Cecil, I want to let you tell me people that I do and let you give me a description of waiting happen, because it's good to know firsthand. It's good to have somebody on the ground. It's good to have an eyewitness. We're not biased, because what has changed. Now you relate to the people. So, Mr. Cecil, can you just give us, a brief thing of waiting happen, what do you see and what you camera catch today within where you've been there? Because we get the thing, we will show some of it, the technical team. So, Mr. Cecil, sir, to you from Freetown, can you help us to understand what happened today and what went wrong, how it all happened?
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Sierra Leoneans all over the globe. I'm Mohamed Cecil, a reporter for Voice of Salone TV network. As me in Freetown today, I therefore capture seeing them where this demonstration will happen. I believe at the eastern part of Freetown, due to where I see a lot of pressure on the eastern part of Freetown, so I be therefore centralize me reporting at the center part, at the eastern part of Freetown, because I know we left the eastern, I go way to western or central, where na here maybe CC, maybe tense, maybe tough, past all side na Freetown. And I believe in the cyber way then get then kill people them. The cyber way police themselves fall victim, so like I be therefore at the scene and give a correct report on waiting will happen na Freetown today. As Madam Fatima invites me for this special program today, I didn't have to give a live update and a reporting of exactly waiting the happen na the eastern part of Freetown today during the demonstration. If I can go further, we firstly try, because I did with me too, we will try for go na go and take shots them till we reach Saudi for reach, because we want to cover all over Freetown. But immediately we reach Aja Famata. Immediately we reach Aja Famata, the situation.
Fatmata, because at the Aja Fatmata, which location down the place? Can you tell me which location down the
Aja Fatmata, Wellington. Okay. Wellington, just after Kungwata, okay. Between Ukuma and Kungwata Junction. Now they the Aja Famata. A day maybe day we see a group of people them, because from where I moved from my house, I not see nobody in the streets until I reach that end day. That's the bulk of people them. So I therefore ask them. They say some of them will not move from PMB. We in Wellington, PMB of course, now a big junction at the eastern. Then they don't move there. Now that the car we don't go tap. So myself decide for come down with me crew and say let me take information from here. Then we go push go before. But as we be take information, we interview the people, we talk to the people themselves be give for talk to the camera, and themselves will blow their mind. So later the police themselves be come in. Police then come in, then they push the people, till themselves there for fire tear gas. As they fire the tear gas, everybody scatter. Everybody scatter. So the police them keep on the fire the tear gas. So this it don't worse now. They decide to stay well. Then decide for defend themselves as what them be say. They still them will defend themselves because that they right for talk. Waiting the monitor them. This like democratic states, everybody right for talk. And myself they help them say yes, you right for talk, but not use abusive language, not fet, not book something, not wear something, not amboggy company. These are the message myself they give them. I say you get the right for talk. So people they go on. Yes, the police they fire the tear gas. So when they fire this tear gas now, it can't make the whole area come box up. To be fair, the police themselves they just they fire the tear gas randomly. And even one place where the one way they follow the video, one side where the police, the people in the post up to the garret, they closer to the streets. What they do, them fire the tear gas right inside the parlor. People and be picking them up to them 6. You know, them be so suffocated. We myself be even go there to go see how we will help where the tear gas shell be end up for host me. So this be done, they go on, the Bobo themselves, then I say, well, this enough for happen, so they self the fight for the right. Well, it happened to I be camp because I be there with a VOS tag with my crew. So like I did with the civilians them, I also did with the police them. Anybody will come closer to me at the show and say, me na press, me na journalist, a reporter. So like they nobody unbug me. Anybody I want to talk to, they talk to me. So I even go meet the police them or talk with them. They say they not go talk to me because they get the police media. The police media now responsible for that. Then we talk to their own media practitioners them or whatsoever. So like no forced situation, I left them. We still go. I go around Okupa, the boys them pull motokan at it, whether they take the tea, they can put an at it, block. So I tell them, say this not good. When you need a protest, I say the word is very much important. And so we, the media, we therefore circulate the message. We not just talk. I say talk now, the message they go, usa get for go. I say, but before that they go take block them, motoka, una born innocent people they suffer. I say, I know that, but there be plenty. You know, some of them, I don't know. Now then kind of situation they then left, they take advantage of their situations and they. So like even when I talk to them, they not be listen and I not be forced too much, make them not say you Nyanda idea. And we all know waiting be happen today. So at the end of for left them, they go furthermore. A day just after Okupa, they go by a potty. I see the couch wheelbarrow there Omolanke with 3 people they don't do. Even there at the comment box, somebody be tell me say me not lie, me they lie. And I say, but this is not a live video, not a video with them edit. This is not a live video, a live coverage way they do. So like I see the Omolanke they come, I be end up for take a coverage of the Omolanke. They make 3 people and they inside the Omolanke. The 2 them they lay down unconsciously. The one him grab the AC aid while say they go with the Omolanke. So I follow the Omolanke, say we go now Okupa. They say 3, they don't kill 3 people. But the people who miss the ledom, I know go confirm as me not to doctor, I know go confirm say they die or they not die. So I look at them, I see 2 ledom and the 1 in Tina Patina and I did the bullets meet them. So like them be enough for go them inside the hospital, they around talk to relatives them. So later they say one of them don't die. So I decided for go inside the hospital for make myself get information for confirm and see that one possibly nine die or not. Indeed, then give me access because I believe with a tag. We should say media somebody. I go inside the hospital and then send me to the mortuary attendant. So when I go to instead of me say now one person he receive. Now one person he receive where he put the mortuary. Then we end up saying now let me see this person here. Let me see the corpse and confirm because when they can give reports, we will not get a confirmed source. If we can give fake reports, this now, it don't go viral and so bad news they spread. Later, I be end up for going inside the ward, but that mortuary attendant, you know, give it chance at all for let me go na the mortuary. You know, give it a chance. So like I decide for go na the ward beside the other victims in there. So like when I go, I see 3 of them lidom na the bed. The one inside freedom unconsciously, the defects by life. Fortunately, I meet a friend of mine when I doctor na that place day. He called me na corner. He can give me information. He say 4 don't die already. Secretly, say 4 don't die already. And I say wow. So like myself can say yes. This and just the ethics of the job. Just say no more. They not go announce the amount of people who don't die. 1 for the relatives them, and 2 maybe themselves will get attacked inside the hospital. So myself just put silence and not tell nobody because I be entirely with Daniel Mossier, SFBD, SLBC, when all BD together. So
Yeah, I see it.
later,
I see it.
yeah, yes, Daniel Mossier BD around. So later, I don't talk to them. People they don't say we say 4 die. I don't confirm them. So I come on Ado again. When I come on Ado, I see the encounter other people from the Congo water. They say this back another person don't shoot. Instead they come, but instead for now confirm if he die, but it not be the move, it not be get any, it not be the move again, it not be the move. So like they say, instead they don't shoot him, he don't die. But I never go confirm him again inside the hospital. I get information back say another police because immediately when I come outside the hospital, I see the boys they come with a tear gas gun. We say très fast, outside them pull up, they say don't go disarm one police and they don't even kill the police. So like I said, wow, I say this is not good. They say don't kill the police. So like I move, go to the extreme, but as I go, now so I they get a live gunshot. I they get a live gunshot, myself be scared small. As well, I make a stop at that side way at this so. I did say the police then come again and meet me there. But the one person where them be killed, which made them kill them, then we get a group where be they around the 40 side between 40 to Rukupa. One club they call Pilax around that side that they the troop be there. So they send some people and when they can push the crowd and come take by that Congo water. That crowd then now then police and they can push the crowd, then be they make for it. So they self shape into two. The one set be rich, the south side and be base, whilst the other set not be rich. So when that set they reach, they feel saying that they all the police don't complete. So they self get for go, they left the other one and they be in. The one and out they left there now, they not be that be them. So, yes, the police already left behind. The vehicle go, it left the 3 behind. So the 3 already left behind now, and they end up for kill the one. The 2 them, they self they be handle them, or like the people in the club, they be end up for rescue them, them go with the inside it. And secondly, a move come again around the Congo.
Okay, I think in internet. Okay. I think in internet don't they get problem, but we go join we back. Mr. Tali, you know, yeah, a little bit, and the videos are there. I go ask the social media, the back team for try for set and for we for logo able to get me account where don't give so far because I watched the video, I watched him when he was live, I watched everything where he talk so and he didn't have the video for the people to see. But Mr. Tali, I know say Yusuf don't Mr. Sessi don't come on the phone.
Yes, he gets me now.
Okay, go ahead, finish up, sir. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I say immediately when we said it's here for reverse, see the Sojaman and safety coming. But one thing we want to say, I don't know if not the approach of the Sojaman them and the approach of the police, obviously they not be the same. Because when the Sojaman come in, they try to encourage the civilians them, then talk to them, then tell them say this not right, una protest peacefully. And say make una protest peacefully. So waiting be happen, the boys themselves, them be so glad they dance with the police them. Now the police sorry they dance with the soldiers them. The soldier man and the colonel I try for talk with them, they say no, let me wait first. So like the colonel he tell the boys then say this one I don't do so, una pull all the dirty back to the streets. And indeed the boys
and I hear they tell them say una pull the thing that I hear you where you echo that too, yeah.
Yes. The colonel will be the leader troop. He tell them say, una pull all which don't put in a treat. Then una continue una demonstration. You know, the boys them be so happy. Then decide now for day with the troop. Then they with the soldier man them. So then they move. Then they go and gladly they some they even they don't have gone for let the motor car can ride pan them. You know that happiness day. Some they pull and close and you man they lay on a ground for let the soldier man and kawa kapatap. You understand that happiness is no more. So that's Now be happen. We move, take come around Congo Water. We the police, the soldier man come, they address them. They say, well, now we they return back. Say, we all go on a various places. Them, if they not get chance, una day around no more. Una tinap, una talk, una talk, una not fet, una not cause, una not do nothing. Then una voice going to say for reach. So this the soldier man get for turn, they return back. Once they return, police then come back, threat can inside back. So it's like the police them approach and the military approach is quite different. The military therefore be compromised with the citizens them, whilst the police then they be ash with the citizens them. And some of them over there they look to situation. So now remind them. So now remind them that then they know what they want to then say Allah the under. They run for go thief property. I see when they even stop one motoka, one private motoka, they want for Bonham. Now we say go they go try for talk to them. So what they do? Then pull the battery, then thief and then first then go with them. They take all the important thing inside motoka. We then be enough for go with them back. So this some of the things that we are getting. I even move again, take them around PMB where the boys them any side they reach, they sing the national anthem. Any side they reach, any junction, they sing the national anthem. Yes. Then again, they reach the PMB outside that fire incident will take place. They all children are gone. They read Al-Fatiha. You know, according to what I see, you know, according to what I see, they be left them without the police intervention.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, when they get you, go ahead, sir. Finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get me now?
Yes, sir. When they get you. You there in when they get you, Mr. Sister. When they get you, I mean people that would hear the detail.
Okay. Yeah. I say if they left them, if they be do the protest without the intervention of police or any military, I believe say enough will be worse like how it was so like how happen so. Because then we just they go about the young block motoka, they see the normal motoka pass, let all man deny house. That's the talk where they be talk. They say all man for dinner house. If you don't come on and treat with them, dinner house. They say no motoka not for pass. You know, now when the police and inside now, I think the situation become worse. So you move now, take Kalba Town. Kalba Town, anyway, Ibobo them, they misbehave too much where myself, I be vexed within myself because I know go pull the vexation. Make them not say you Nayanda idea, you know, they don't deal with me back. So so they can come 10 years the cost. You get me?
Yes.
Yeah.
When they get
So they come 10 years me cost. Then they cost the journalists them, cost the police, cost Madabio, cost anybody with them feel for cost. Then they take them back and say we na hypocrites, we not glad for what they do, then cost. You know, this not the thing that will be happen. Say then go PMB, one police station in a PMB, where then go end up for book the place, take property them, even the case file them pull them, burn them, they vandalize the building. Abidede, they move again, come at the Calvaton police station, the K-Step junction, SF the same thing, then go inside, them spoil the place because of pan body, them spoil the place, then thief, them the plasmas, them it's a plenty thing the other days, a DVD player, we are see. The plasma, the DVD player, it's everything the thing that we are see when them pull from the place. Then thief, then go with the old some the thing that we enable, they file them, then pull them, then burn on a teeth. So like yes, the case file them, the file them where they don't make for the case them, then pull and then burn on a teeth. We still move come Calbaton. Well, Calbaton now they become be the war zone. Calbaton, the boys them be the heading for go at the Calbaton police station, but then go burn them back. because at that time the intention. They don't want two police station, they don't go burn down on the back. And now police them did plenty with them be deployed. So they say not be agree. Then they say other police they come back up them. Then they so they not be the move. And they fire again, then kill one small girl Pekin. I see with me eye. Yes. One within they around then within 13 to 15 years. Pekin, small girl Pekin. Yes, instead then kill them there. Then the gunshots be so rapid now, myself can scare. The gun, yes, be so rapid now because I be there at the scene, I there with the soldier man them, I there with the police them, I there with the civilians them. So all waiting they happen, I there with them together. So when we reach China, it can turn a complete war zone. Live bullet now be the gone. Live bullet now be the gone. Kill other two people in there. Yes, also myself go hide now because I will try for move now for retreat for cannabis. Also I go hide near the garage where I hide. The upgrade where the bullets go meet the house owner up there at the Calbaton Junction being he kill him. And I believe that because of I not just want for go snap him or for take any photograph because now I start event we take place there. So like but I believe they we then kill a person there. So myself decide now for calm na my house. Transport not be there again. Because for safety, the bike way I use for go, the port I send the post, I say like can be in, like can wait me because the car see situation. I say like can be in around Wellington, like can wait for me there. Instead the tension come, you get for return. So this now just a brief of waiting ABC today, although plenty safely for this course, but as we do go on, we go try for the again another update. Thank you very much.
We tell you, thank you, Mr. Mohammed Cecil Kamara. Thank you for this first-hand eyewitness report. This is disturbing, this is sad, this is troubling. And could this have been avoided? Could this have been avoided? Before even the police, then they come for can't set tear gas. We had weeks of this, we don't hear all this. Could this have been stopped before we reached the USA we reached to today? Mr. Taralisa, I want for Yeri, you don't Yeri what Mr. Cecil say, and I know say you don't see the video there, and I know say you don't see plenty, you don't Yeri Mr. Cecil because he was there, and it took him. I will see him, dress him. He said they been get people on the civilian side with the protest, then get the police them, we can they, we begin use kind of thing, we kind of steer the crowd, and the Bobo then said begin send stone. We don't hear read the story. Mr. Tarali, over to you, sir. Because this is serious and this is sad. Because President Kabase never again will for choose peace. For choose peace. Because when they come, they bring the rebel, then come, they can sit on a table, then try for make peace and reconciliation. When you have somebody that is you see it as an opposition, or you see them as you get for engage, you cannot be dismissive. And one of the things that I would say, and I would say it with all 100%, with all fiber of my beings, President Bio had many opportunities that he missed for bring and unite the country together, for address the issues of the people. You cannot say because these people are opposition, everybody will talk against or talk against things that were wrong, then label them APC. Now they point in the figure, say it was APC's protest. Well, 100% proof not there. But if people them, let me say Adebayo instigate, Adebayo put out the message, Adebayo speaks the language. I have said this many times, Mr. Tarali. Adebayo speak the language of the people. I am not into that morally wrong. It is wrong to mamikos and whatever. But Adebayo addresses the issues of the people. The people relate to Adebayo. But when we have leadership, I remember some of them have come to my thing and I made the suggestions. Why don't you engage Adebayo? Then dismissive and say that low life, that what you call like then good person. You cannot dismiss people their issues. You cannot, as a leader, a good leader, I say it again, engages and come together and discuss. Adebayo, he talk to the people, he go to the people, he understand the people. That's why a lot of people will relate to Adebayo and behave how Adebayo tell them and whatever, because then they go through, because they are vulnerable, because they are going through what they're going through. They see Adebayo as this hero that is there to save them. This is the truth. We have to say it. We cannot be hiding things under the wrong. We have said this many times. Many times. Engage these people. But people think they are better than others. That is the result. Innocent people are dying. Yes, some people and then are troublemaker. In any demonstration, you get troublemaker, they will go hijack for do their own personal, what's in a call. A whole bunch of people, maybe they were there for good reasons, for express their feelings, for express their thing. But unfortunately, bad people then go die, and a young lady of 14, 15, 13-year-old, according to Mr. Cesar, was killed. People then they inside their house, then they shoot. We police then get problem. We police they not get, to me, they not get discipline. And the people don't respect the police. We see when the army come, the way you talk to people, there are two ways. The way where you talk to people where they put cold water, and the way where you talk to people where they put fire. There are two ways to talk. The same word, you can see them two different ways. The one go catch fire, the one go put cold water, it will diffuse the situation. Mr. Tali, I pass on to you, sir. Because this is really, it was enough for me reach to how we reach to today. It not been for reach to me believe say if leadership be not step ahead.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kadima.
Yes, sir.
This is the point. Most of we don't come, we don't type, we don't talk so many times for prevent this. People in the area call we APC or say we don't know what they talk about. When we take time kind of social media, we the out of the country, we also get people in it. Me when I talk to you, so like I say, I don't stand for politics for I stand for APC because of bad politics. But the same way where I stand for APC for bad politics, now the same way I get for stand for fight against SFPP for bad politics. I'm not going to change that because my loyalty not to the party but to Sierra Leone. Until Salone gets to USA for day, we not going to stop for do what we do. We not going to stop for then we voice. Again, now let we talk about the police. Like, remember one time I pulled the audio because now most people look at the call, then they look at the effect, and then look at the cause. When the former police chief in there, he do what he do, some of we come. I remember I pulled the audio, I pulled the talk and say, hey, the day the people are go tired. When they use for politicians there for tongue for people they talk, they say when they can kill una on a mother wear black. And no matter how do the people ask una, they get for be a certain point where they get for listen to an unknown voice where in they talk their own language, where the government they talk their language. We got for pay a price for we brother and sister and the police. The police are also victims here. No, we not go make or not get a two-way about this. Police are victims as well as the citizens are victims in the hands of politicians. The first blame will be they put here before I go anywhere. Parliament has a full blame for this problem. The lower Parliament puts a law say the police for always support the government of the day. That means say if you're not a police boss, you're in police, you only listen to the president for turn the police against the opposition. When APC can have power, then turn against SPP. When SPP can have power, then turn against APC. The police then cut themselves in the middle. Parliament don't see this, they know what's in the go on. Parliament never change the rules for make police independent. Today we don't lose good police officers them. We lost young people them when they're supposed to die today. The other thing is that the government we got government way in ineptitude. Ineptitude in government. Government President Bio fail we all. And they say this with unapologetically. Say we President Bio, not the President Bio, this is what some of me campaign for.
Yes.
When you come, you spend more attention for Bill Party instead of the country. We all need to look at you say APC may not can divide the country. You come as a unifier for can unify Salone. Instead we can divide the country more. The day where I pull at finally on President Bio, we go on national TV and talk say the country is already divided.
Already divided.
So you don't go say we say you will continue but divide and will bring it back together.
Yes.
That was the day I lose confidence. And when he said the country, we continue to come back and talk on social media and say, Una left, una listen to the people. Every time people come and say we get a concern, then dismiss you say you're not APC. Let's say a crime for being an APC. It's not a crime for being an APC, it's a crime for being a political party. And without it, they sit back and they use the police for do arbitrary arrest. Every day they arrest people when a politicians there, when a opposition, they go lock them up. Then people have the supporters there. So now it's easy for all guys to say, Adebayo is nobody if we want to see him, yes. But guess what? Adebayo is speaking the language of the people. We got a minister of education, a minister of information right now. Even today the interview, now maybe English they put on social media. Now maybe English they say. How many people don't understand the minister of information they say? But I believe say 100% of Sierra they understand what Adebayo say. This is why people then they listen to Adebayo than the president of the day today. Then we got some buffoons them on social media on both sides of political party. They flame a political war because they're idle or they take no phones, they don't know what they say. Talk for talk, say, when I can't sit there, we will kill now, man, go plan. Forget, say, even the policeman said, this is them, mad. Today, who is the winner today? Who wins today in Sierra Leone? Who then are the winner today in Sierra Leone? Because the politicians are one of the kill themselves also. One person said, family, don't scratch up. A single person, a single politician today, no, you're not going to get hurt. Now, a poor citizens and poor police officers, they lost their life. So, as on this day today, so before they start today for beginning a campaign at Sierra Leone today, we need to stop. We need a community police instead of a political police. We need a parliament for change the rules where the government they hire and fire police at will. So the police are for be independent. The police are for there for the people, and not for politicians. This is the mess. This wasn't supposed to happen, but we almost say it will happen. And nobody will do nothing about it because we got people on both sides where they don't benefit nothing for politicians. They don't benefit nothing. Then they suffer like every other Sierra Leonean today. When on social media, they run them, they flame a fire. Today, all man they go bury somebody today. Any government where it come to power, this can for happen. So we parliament for start. For make sure the police work for the people left. Because then they use the police, every politician we can they use the police against the people left. This is where everything they start. Adebayo not get no business for be famous communication team where they speak to the people directly. But when they can, they begin speak English like the better people because they go to school. Adebayo not go to school, but he get power pass on today because it comes down to the people left. When election tell when I want to vote, when they speak the language they speak. All that kind of power when I saw the better pass. The president need to take blame. The minister of information and the team they need to fire them and they all live for commodity today. This is a fail. They fail the people of Sierra Leone. And parliament need to change the rules for how they choose the police to
Yeah, I agree with you because this is structural failure. It is structural failure. It is structural failure. It is structural failure. The people, them, Salone don't go after. Yes, it's structural failure. I agree with that 110%. That it is structural failure. These
two parties, the same people.
Yes.
Same failure. You still going to eat the same thing. Say they're going to shoot somebody. They still flame the war. And as you see now, right now, Lord, we pray today. Lord, we pray today inside Bo or Kenema or the southeast. Make them go kill somebody when a different guy will come up from the north. Then begin a different war we already asked for. Lord, we pray today. Say inside Bo, Kenema or all the southeast. Make them not go touch somebody. Come from the north. You begin a different war where we know say this is more about political issue, not a tribal issue. We just the politicians the way they don't know their job. They want them out to them.
You see, a lot of times the people are disgruntled. When the people are disgruntled, when the people are unhappy, yes, a government not to please everybody, but you for able to bring a majority of the people together. Mr. Shilon, sir, Mr. Tarley is on fire right now. Mr. Tarley is mad. Mr. Time is right, but the government is not showing no emotion. The government is not showing no empathy to the people. The government is not showing, because when you address the concerns of people, you have to address the concerns. When people have concerns, you swore to uphold and govern the people and take care of the business of the people that runs the people. And when the people have problems, we get from opposition is a part of democracy. People then get for speak out. We get for go to the people. I understand your plight. This is what I mean. They talk all the time. I understand your struggle. And they try for help you. But as soon as something happens, or they are terrorists, you have the vultures on social media. Kill them. Make sure. Go do this. They're illiterate. They're useless. Those are the adjectives we're using. And this bring more divide. I said the fabric of we country cloth of we thin. So it just they get thinner and thinner, almost shred into two pieces. And not to Mende and Tibini no more get Salone. Other tribe than they, APC, SLPP. Look, the reporter, Mr. Cecil Kamara saying, I'm afraid for makes us because when you make them, say that other side you day. That is the language. As you make so, they don't think people can genuinely speak for country. It's all about party. Some of us have never belonged to any of this party. We are for country. Country first. We are for people first. Show mercy to people. Show empathy to people. I understand your pain. I feel your struggles. Try for make things that we're going to be conducive for. Try for let the people, society thrive and move on. Whatever able for create their own. Let the people able create. But like I said, the poverty in Sierra Leone, every day we're becoming poor. We have measuring stick the country when we grow. I cannot compare from the 10 to now. It's like we go backwards. Nothing. We know they grow. Every generation for able leave something for the next generation. But then what? What will they do? How we get to how we go fix this problem? When we have leaders on both sides of the aisle, nobody is saying anything to try to get the people and heal the people. We know they read them. We see people that want to be president. We know they read them come when something happen. They come out there to put something out, to calm the people, to encourage the people, to give the people hope. They left the people for let them fend for themselves. Adebayo became that voice. Because what you do, we refuse for listen to we cry of we country people. Mr. Salone, I pass on to you, sir. We refuse to listen to them. Adebayo became that gap where the government left. Adebayo feeling and filter in because Adebayo, who is Adebayo? Adebayo was a nobody in Sierra Leone. He went the temple wrong. He got try for make him and he made it. People can relate to him. The struggling Sierra Leoneans can relate to him. That is what the problem is, but we cannot get it in our heads because we think we are high and mighty and waiting and call. Engage the subject. Engage the subject. I told them here. Engage the subject. Make them part of the solution. But no, who is he? That nobody over there. That nobody got a voice right now. We're all over the world. People are listening to him because you allowed that to happen. You neglected your duty as a leader for bring the people together. He talking about 98.1. Where Asma James Asker for say, what you go do for? He said the country already divided. It's maybe don't divide with. They don't divide with. So Is that how a president talk? Mr. President, Tintranga the Grand Drive. Madam First Lady say, oh well, the Grand Drive for myself too. But you going up and down, you living in luxurious life. Why the people then they suffer? Things are hard in the world, we know. But what is the government of the day doing to try to buffer, to put things in place so that it will buffer the economy of the people? The other day, Liberia then come out Nado, the same problem and complain. 4 days ago, nobody killed them. Nobody died. Because what you do, the president, we are, now that they oppose, he give them the power for car over there, he give them the right, he allow them the right, nobody no go mix the make so. Mr. Salone, I pass on to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Lima. The way we see things, this is a difficult situation for every side, for the police, for the politicians, then at the least. But the police, I can understand the difficulty. One, we all go agree, say, the police, they need better training. You can see, say, the discipline is lacking because they are being given orders to shoot, to kill, we not clearly know which are the circumstance under which. My thing would be the police should only shoot, let alone to shoot to kill, when their lives they in danger, not because people in the demonstrate. Because it's a question of how do we balance constitutional right to demonstrate as against the right to protect property and lives. You see, because the Constitution also give right for protect property, for protect life, and then the Constitution also give you the right for demonstrate and speak freely. It's the balancing of their rights then that with the overall training who police they get. Because I mean, mind them based upon Mr. Idris Kamara in analysis or in reporting, it looks like they undermine the order to the basic job that they play it much better than the police. Because we know, say, because based upon what he say, when the police then come with what you call back home property, you know,
Yes.
can show power, you know, they don't come for resolve problem, they come for create confrontation in their approach. And we always know, say, just like Mr. Idris Kamara said, that Mr. Cecil Kamara, we know, say, they are always what we call them, I remind, as they call them, which is true, we know what you mean. We always look for opportunity. Where they look for them trouble, no opportunity. The moment you see demonstration, we see that everywhere, even this country. As soon as there is demonstration, you get people who they vandalize. There are some people where they instigate vandalism because as an opportunity to steal, to break into businesses. So this all makes it a challenge for the police, no question about it. But the central problem is how the government handle things. They should have foreseen and they should have understood the persuasiveness and the power of or the command way this Adebayo gets, and try for position themselves accordingly. Because the other problem, the police are meant to protect community, property, people. So therefore, the assassinate and job that one, not to forgo on the offensive, then job for be for protect lives and property. So now, and when they can correct me, I may be wrong, but when I see Adebayo informer, this is the first time seeing what the gentleman looked like. He say people should stay home. I did not hear him saying people should go out and vandalize. Then say you can forgive the devil in dues. So he said they will strike, but the strike could be stay home. You know, no activities. Paralyze the system for a day or two or three for show people's power by not acting, which is a very interesting way for strike. You know, they go out, they go demonstrate, you just say, they call on the faceless strike. Well, how that move from that to people demonstrating on the streets, and then eventually police officers and people getting killed, it's a very tricky situation. The other thing, like what Mr. Charawale said, the government itself lacks.
Let me make a correction quick, sir. Let me make a correction quick. The first and second day was the sit home strike. The third day was to come up with your placards, and he gave instructions to the people, una not all nef, una not all bottle, una not all XYZ. Una go out, una all una placard, una tell the government waiting on a problem. That was his instructions. And he also say people then go come middle we if una see people there where they can't try for set confusion for make it because people hijack and bring their own intention inside protest, even in America self, right? They do that. You get some people that get their own motive and intention, bring a car inside. So he did say that he want them, but you have some people that don't listen and follow to instruction because they have, you know, they get their own motive, they get their own intention, they get their own way where they look at life, and some people just suicidal or whatever they are. They just do what they have to do and whatever. So I just want to bring that point there to you, so that he did. The third day say the third day was come outside and hold your breath.
Which to me is he had all the bases covered. Me not see any evidence of him promoting um, hooliganism or any violence. So, in fact, I give him a lot of credit, because that's, if you're going to be a community leader or a group leader, that's how you instruct your people. Non-violence, way to go. So the instructions were just not followed. The police, then the politicians, then, because I see the Minister of Information, I see a video of him. Then I see the Vice President, they do a nationwide broadcast. And if you go back to listen to the speech, not only he make allegations of, he say certain people, order people and for go out. I don't think the Vice President will substantiate some of them allegations than they. But you say, and he used some strong words or adjectives of the people in a way to describe. And this was all being said in English. And to me, again, like Mr. Tawali said, that demonstrates the lack of good leadership. Because to be a good leader, you have to be effective, you get a tremendous power of persuasion. You know, if you can't command people, if people can't listen to you, and people are not going to listen to you, where you can, Creole, now we all know, English is a second language to we, but I see the Vice President again nationwide speech in English. Well, that tells me he was not talking to the community. He was getting your agenda, or he was misguided. All of that has a lot to do with things getting out of control. Because when you not get the ability, or you not get the good advice for really tell the people them in a way where they will understand and listen. For example, you see where Cecil say, where the army man and come, then begin to talk to the young people and where they meet, the way the colonel talk to them. The people were so happy that the people are even the spread, the woman and the spread and La Pa, fellows and the take them shirt for let the army man and work on that. Not just good talk no more. The army man could have come and demonstrate more power. But you see, that's a classic example. So my thing is, we get a long way to go, because it seems to me this is not going to be the end. But I will hope we'll begin to understand the government should be accountable to the people. I will hope when situation seems to be getting out of hand, that we get people who are trained to actually deal with, what I would say, we get trained negotiators then, okay? We'll go engage people then, like Adebayo. Yeah. So, Ms. Fadima, I agree with you when you say you better suggest at one time, say, for engage Adebayo. Well, we're not to do too much statistics back home. I want to go that, because if we better do statistics, then we realize, say, or some pooling, realize, say, Adebayo get its way, the government, then they should have counteract that by taking the lead. But incidentally, Adebayo organized a strike, set the manner in which the strike will be conducted, and I think very impressively so. And it turned out to be a very effective strike. Unfortunately, some people didn't take matters into their hands. Lives were lost. So in the future, how do we try to prevent lives being lost on the part of the police, lives being lost on the part of ordinary citizens? We can't lose sight also of the fact that, and it had to do, it's almost impossible. You get people where any time this situation arises, they not go follow direction, because they see it as an opportunity for capitalize on commotion and get something. Because remember, Cecil say they even with some of the civilians, they begin for hands up or hold up ordinary citizen. They mentioned the car where somebody then go pull the people and come out. So this is a challenge to both parties then, or more than both parties, because now in a situation like this, again, I don't know, but where were the other oppositions? Where were the Samsumanas? Where were the Dennis Wrights? Where were the Yunkelas? Their voices need to be heard. If I were active politician, this is where I would go on the air or do something and tell people and say, I'm an alternative. You know, my party could do better. But these other groups are quiet. And they also say they want to produce presidents. And people know who Sami stand. I always see APC, SAPP as one and the same. Neither one of them will do a better job than the other. I'm convinced of that. So, but this is an opportunity for the Yumkelas, for the Dennis Wrights, and the other opposition leader. And I call those two people because I see them as a viable alternative than the other parties. Then. But that's just my opinion. But this is an opportunity for the other groups that want to lead the country. If you cannot rise up and comment and talk, let people estimate your power of leadership in a situation like this, I don't see how you want to be a leader. You cannot be timid if you're going to run a country because it's a rough go. So my thing is, I need to express my disappointment at the oppositional folks, you know, more so than even the government. Because where are they? How come we're not hearing anything from them? That, you know, for the moment, that's what I have to say.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, because you know, I mean, leadership. Anybody can stand up. You know, the good thing about life is that's just like me, my own characteristics of me. If I go some side, I see say there's no leadership. I can take charge. I can take charge quick for try for fix it, whatever them plan they come. That's just who I am. And this was a missed opportunity too for let other people they engage, the other opposition, the other leaders, the one that they say they want to be president. This was the time because we have a president that does not address the people. We have a president that does not come out to the people. We have a president that seems to be dismissive of the people. And in tweets today, he don't tweet this afternoon. He say as a government, we have the responsibility to protect every citizen of Sierra Leone. What happened today was unfortunate and will be fully investigated. I urge all Sierra Leoneans to be calm. This not in tweet where it tweets. And this now this afternoon it put on Twitter. We don't know the location of the president. We know say they don't go, you know, they can't take next week. And when something was in the pot brewing, would he have gone? Would he have tried to fix it and deflate everything before he go? I don't know, because that's the own leadership style. If it was me, but I am not the president, so therefore I cannot say. But people and they we get for no. This is how we break tension. This is how we break, because for 2-3 weeks this notice was going around and these messages were coming. Everybody dismiss him. Oh, that illiterate. Oh, that Baba will not make so. But what they forget is he speaks the language of the people, a lot of people. And then when they say, oh, the APC people, then illiterate people, then now APC people, then are timid, then they not get the root, they not get training. Dismissive, that xenophobic way for say those people over there are the problem. We reflect and we project into the other person the problem instead of taking responsibility as leadership and say, let me fix this, let me try for diffuse it. The Utsi and the Tutsis then get war. Why? Because of words, one word. The Tutsi call the Utsis cockroach, unana cockroach. All man begin fet himself, neighbor begin fet himself, mama begin fet, because they don't use word, we don't divide them. And this is how division come. We forget that then country all get Democrat, Republican. But everybody in America that is here, that is, you know, the land is, they call them American. They not call them say, you know this, you know that, you know that. It no matter what nation you go, then kill America. But over there where we get tribe, then shape we into tribes. Then get Gizi, Kawanko, Yalunka, Lokol, Limba, Madingo, Kru, Krio, Mendeti Mini, and all the other one that we don't forget safe again, waiting there because we're not even here, hidden tribe then they. Because if we don't give people relevance, if we don't give with people them, recognize them. I think maybe we'll go back to that, we'll try to go to that system there where we can have a central government made up of everybody, so everybody in tribe will feel inclusive. Because maybe then they go try for what we work for go before. Then there will be no competition because every tribe is in there and we're working for the collective good of the whole. Maybe that's what we do. And the EU, say the European Union, say they're receiving disturbing reports of violent acts in the context of demonstration in some parts of Freetown. EU delegation encouraging all sides to refrain from violence and to stay calm. Sierra Leone is known as a peaceful country. Because we know the Yariwi Sefo, they talk, so the Wetman then go talk. Until we say the international community, we go bigger to the international community. The international community now they go can't talk we case. We know the yari we serve, we know the respect we serve, we know the listen to we serve. But when the wise man talk, because now today they go bigger and then they tell we how for do, when for do, who side for do, how for go. Because we say we get independence, but yet we cannot stand on our own because we have had leaders. I remember 1977, no college, no school. The schools of Freetown, every corner of Freetown, the high school that went in there, I was in Form 2, the convent, St. Joseph's Convent, Brookfield. So when I was St. Joseph's Secondary School now, and everybody, they begin, the people that where they see the boys' high school, the whatever, the model, the whatever, then come meet up all the Eastern school then pick the independence, all the other school then, and it was then pick them. Then we all school then at the West End. We had the PO and the St. Edwards, then come on at Kington, then come meet Winner Brookfields, where we picked up the convents, the the FSSG, the YWCA, we go to girls' school, we go to Roosevelt, then collegiate meet Winner Congo Cross, then we all march back with a sing no college, no school. Papa Shaki say no college, then he go close the college and we say, okay, we're school no go day. And the same thing out and they brutalize we take today. When we reach na cutting tree, we not been get weapon, we not been get arm. They open up tear gas for we for this past week. They open, they go up to State House. They open tear gas for we. Papa Shaki bring thugs then come inside from mercenaries then come. That time they make their SSD. They call it SSD. That's special police. I think now they call now. They other one where they work out. You know, sabi the name self again. ISO, whatever they call them. But those were the people that come, they begin kill them, kill Kofioda, then kill Pekin, then kill them. Then they fire people that would tear gas. These people are killing people. They are killing people. And 30 days they continue for kill people because people come out to demonstrate and show their dissatisfaction of what is going on in their lives. They 30 days and with a bloodshed, every demonstration, people get for die, police get for shoot live bullets. They not use water gun, they not use blank bullet or they rubber bullet, they not use water hose, but they will not get water, so I will use water hose for stop the crowd if any unruly behavior. It's live bullets to kill the people, live bullet the people get for die. From 1977, I know say, I've been there for that demonstration there, for don't continue, I get the foot na many, 30 days the sky na many, for sure that day, they no college, no school, we not go school, the local team for, they terrorize we, then do all kinds of 30 days, and the same tactics we use by we people, then they say we not slave, the slave master we don't do unto we, but then we use them back by we people then. The vice president don't talk. America said pull their own, the American embassy said pull their own, and they talk the same thing for we sort a problem out. It says seeing disturbing reports of violence in Freetown and everywhere in Sierra Leone, we urge calm and restraint on all sides. All sides. But now we hear the vice president because right now they don't put coffee order. They don't put coffee order for the people. So now we hear waiting the vice president say. Now we hear waiting the vice president say.
Fellow citizens, you will recall that for the last several weeks, some self-serving Sierra Leoneans have intensified the call for violence and the forceful overthrow of the legitimate government of President Julius Maada Bio. Government has shown restraint in an effort to uphold the fundamental rights of citizens. However, these unscrupulous individuals have embarked on a violent and unauthorized protest which has led to the loss of lives of innocent Sierra Leoneans, including security personnel. It is also reported that public buildings, including police stations, have been attacked and burnt down in various parts of the country. Therefore, government wishes it to be known that as a country of law and order, these violations are unacceptable in all their forms. Consequently, government hereby declares a nationwide curfew with effect from today, Wednesday, 10th August 2022, commencing at 3 p.m. Government reaffirms its commitment to maintain law and order, including protecting the fundamental right of the general public. The security sector has been authorized to fully enforce these directives. I thank you.
Mr. Tali, what here they say, the English language, the the calling of names, the not acknowledging the people that died. This is leadership of not extending condolences to the people and the family of the ones, unfortunately, that have lost their lives today. But yet we continue for call names unspeculous. What did that they mean, Mr. Mr. Cabo, Mr. Tali? Because me, I know
Well,
too much. I know, sir.
make a say this now. In fact, the vice president of one of the people that way I mean expect, because I know say if you live in diplomacy, and most often ask them, they can involve in some diplomacy where in terms of handling situation. But this is one of them days and they were most of them say what they say. The SFPP administration of the Maada Bio, again, I need to differentiate now because I know I make a mistake. This is not more of the SFPP, it's more of the Bio administration. When then they continue to take advocate, we don't advocate say where you come now, power people don't elect you. They didn't you put on part of that Bible of Quran and take the oath. At that point, going forward, you need for choose people when a professional, where they study at the area for one then departments here and also give advice. You need to bring party people around you and for one country or state affairs. Now, then probably we see from the beginning, when they come, the entire focus was after APC. APC will tell them, say, we're not in a power now. We don't pull APC in a power for now. We, the people, don't come out and fight day and night and pull APC. We don't give una power. We don't need una for bring APC in problem. Una address Salone problem for we. If you watch what the vice president do right now, he's getting a script to get into him by somebody when a party person. You know, even take the time for even acknowledge people that wait and die, either the police or the civilians them. If they come to talk unscrupulous people and all this stuff. In fact, who they talk to? Because the Salone they talk to, say 60% of people are illiterate. This situation that happen right now, when you come and talk na Creole, interpret in a different types, so people go understand what they go on and the magnitude on the year for one. Or they continue to talk about Canadian, say Adebayo. Adebayo they talk Creole, me family, not English, they talk. If they talk like saying in a one of the boy in the street, you can one of the boy they suffer. Own account that's promise 5 million jobs. The youth will not get the job. Every time when I lie to them, Adebayo they can get information when they see every day body like they die. It's different. When you put people away and see one of their own job is at this situation right now, and they find a way for calm the situation, they will give you a statement where they read, where if somebody said event, it will calm down and say, okay, we really don't talk to me. No, we come down and listen. This is what we continue to talk every single day. When I listen to it, when I listen to a small set of party buffoons the way they are, because they just want to keep job. They know someone in a power, all they keep job. And then fools them that they listen to. I continue to use this word. I use it unapologetically because I fight for this party for like kind of power. I get people in the side of this party. Okay, And today I regret where the team of APC for, where one can do the worst than what they think about. This is not the leadership some of we fight for. This is not the leadership some of we fight for. We fight for bringing Salone together. We fight for making Salone a better place. Anytime this thing happen, now you don't give coffee for 3 o'clock. You know that for me to the economy. You know what's in that for me to the Salone economy when they see it happen? They don't even think about that, the consequences there. How many years back people are going to fall into poverty because of an failed leadership? We don't want you to say illiterate or APC them. At the end of the day, now we don't summon the power to now. We don't give power. Whether na APC now, na NGC now, na C4C. When you watch today, I know you just like what Mr. Shalom say. We not hear no statement from all the people in the leading party here. We not see them. No, not nothing from them. Where are those people today? These are the people that say they want for can lead with. The party leaders. Where are they? This is what they offer come today with one voice and come situation. And so, okay, we get a meeting. Now we talk how we go listen to people and solve the problem. They all don't disappear. They're all quiet. Now Twitter. That time I would expect the president, no matter outside for the country, put a statement out to people and talk to them directly. Now create one-on-one, talk to them directly. I understand what they go on at the outside the country, but now this on the situation, vice president in charge. Now so and so we will come back. We'll talk to one. That Twitter. How many people get Twitter and in a Salone? How many people even understand the president put right now? Now only few of you don't see them. This is what we talk about leadership. We have people what they pay fully. Communication team, the strategic communication team, we are paying these guys fully. This is where you go to people and talk to them. We don't say this over and over and over, guys. The policemen and that's these are people that the way that they left family them behind. The brother that they left family them behind. There is no winner in this situation. So when I kind of social media talk say when I kill we don't lose people until what do you win? What do you win?
That's the question.
What do you win? When you put that on the in blood today, you party win anything? No. Salone don't lose because today the international community don't see we say we are a country not stable. If you want for anybody want to go invest in that country, what is the city on social media? You don't go put in money there. You know they watch the economic impact when they come to the country. When I worry about party. Not we not care about our party there. 60 years we not see nothing from our party there. 60 years nothing account. This for that for 60 years. We not even have picking is not the better. Even not safe not better. But how long we will continue to do this one? How long? You now get responsibility for running the country. Then we police board assisted and that today. Then say get life. Then say get then they left family them behind. They're not supposed to they're not supposed to die today. But they're not supposed to die. Simple communication. Una hate una self-lexing and waiting. There 2 party people here. They hate them self-lexing and waiting. Innocent people not nothing for you to not met. Most of them don't die today. Misguided people where una as a country supposed to protect. Una allow them die today. The police are what we supposed to protect we or for guard them today. They don't die today. Una still know they come back for say una come back to una sense una bring the country together. Una stay una go above una party frame. Is this not enough now for una go above this una fail party them and bring the people that together? Say we go sit down back to una wait for mess around. Una allow the chimney and the minute they come for them because that will just take one idiot for go start something somewhere. We don't turn another Rwanda, which will pray make it not happen. But the same thing this today. Now, I don't talk long term. Where the former police chief me say, wait a minute, I talk. I said, be careful. The day the civilian then will take power. The civilian they come after the police. I tell you, no say police not get power past the citizens. We will kill them, but they will come after one. Today will not. But police will not get type of host. They don't go to host. But the police station not born. We can build a police station, but where is the morale for the police going forward? Where is the morale? When we talk about government, the moment you lay whether you're not APC, whatever, you continue. This is again like I talk. This is not the problem. The problem is that me support them party here. When I listen to me today clearly, this is not the problem between APC and SPPO. Because if you watch the leadership of APC and SPP, they are best friends. They are best of friends. The leadership of APC and SPP, then got they hang out and they play around and they do everything. This is now on our life when they gamble. When they protect them. This is nothing about APC and SPP. This is about people and they just put the citizens against each other. So when I listen to when I say, what in social media they cost each other. The politicians know they cost themselves. Some of them they go to the same church. The vice president just talks to anything. Unless they go to Anes in Pala. They negotiate and talk, find and laugh. Okay? When they die in our poor citizens, they not get nothing, no stake in politics. Most of them they kind of show me that they run on a month. When I call they kill a mama, most of them they better and all they suffer they just everybody else at the country. When I just go touch them particularly, they benefit nothing out of them. Nothing. We are the suffer so. What are going to back it?
Yeah.
Show particular for it. So when the government can apply for work for everybody else, we tell you for politics, so people that politics. After politics, come to the middle and work for every Sierra Leonean. Whether they agree with you or not agree with you, you are the president after that day. Rule everybody as one people, one country, as the SPP motto say. Are we going to say Salone to this one country?
One country, one people. Yes.
Are we going to say Salone is one country, one people? And most of them they suffer the most, and always associate the one out. You go for lobby party, but lobby country beyond party. When we choose president, we choose them because we know say at that point, what we see at the APC, we feel say we need somebody with discipline. With the military background, what we expect to come. So again, the police force now a victim just like we the people. Where every politician where they come, and that's in time. I say when they use the police, they go shoot in Nakabala, they go shoot in Njala, they shoot them everywhere. When Madabio come, the same thing. But at the end of the day, Madabio for be careful they listen to because this blood there, now you earn it for 4. Now you are the boss of the administration. Most of the people they push you today. Now they will be the first one the way you come apart for turn against you, for can't talk bad about you. Most of the people they just want for it, they don't care about your interests as a president. But at the end of the day, your legacy, this guy for on your legacy going out. If somebody get 88, let him go there. Let him go after the 88. But when we talk about Naya, we got 1 Sierra Leone. We are less than 9 million people. This is not small population. We can't hate to accept this bad. We're not gonna hate here among ourselves as citizens, but politicians don't come for put this divide. The way they see where the flame don't go up, they have to act like they don't know what to go on. This now when I divide the Salone and I divide Salone to areas, to region and to tribe. And I need to define to where and say, we're not going to about this in a Salone. I can go, me na kisi kono madingo. When na Creole and people ask me most of the time too. My sister, they all married to many men. So, me probably all most of the 90% many people. So, we not get tribalism in Sierra Leone. We don't can split we country because on a piece and go keep on a power. Because young people because of job nowadays, then they listen to them play people here. Today, waiting SPP and APC came for we don't beg enough people and tomorrow. I want for make do I want to can't tell what I don't get. If I feel go away, is this how we go for solve a problem? Every time we turn barrel on people and kill them, innocent people will not get nothing for the people who protect. They want to still continue for keep blame instead of assume responsibility and go to the table and say, okay, maybe something not right, I'll fix something. But now we are going to go back and we will begin blame ourselves for the citizens because I will go back to the police station. They vote for the police station will vote for them people here. Now we go for the good day. Today, who is the leader? How many of the leaders don't come out and stand with the people? How many of the people don't come and say,
they don't even sympathize with you. They don't even care. They don't even. And then you hear in the social media, yes, and come on, they kill them when I come. We saw a lady holding a machete, cutlass. They talk about Nakamod. I mean, how did we get to this violence? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know, Mr. Shilo, maybe you able, how we get so yeah, how we come from USA we don't dare because we continue forget leaders that are failing us. To me, that was not leadership. When President Bill first came, I said it here, military, yeah, background, yeah, discipline, they can restore, control, things we can't get fine. But what did he do? He do one-term inspection where he go 8 o'clock, some people not in at the walk. He go now left note, now come back. We'll talk back now say, well, you know, for go babysit big people, and that's what that answer they give me. Some people then they say we get for the go watch the office, but who that for the go babysit big people them, you know go again. All the enthusiasm, you know, go again, you know, they show again. They begin to make big government spending, go up and down, say they go bring investors, they go rebuild the name of Sierra Leone. When we people and they cry, they're not the answer to the call of the people, to the cry of the people. We get for fix we safe. If we not fix we safe, we're not ready yet. I can always talk about because we get for fix we safe individually before we're able, because there's no more love. Love not there. Love not there among we. I mean, it's just, if you're reading on social media today, I heard these people, some people were rejoicing. Lawlessness, we go kill Luna. We go make so. Is that the way forward? Is that the answer? Is that the right way? And then the leader come not acknowledging the people that have died and using more adjective to describe instead of being with empathy for the families and acknowledging that, you know, my heart and condolences go to the families that have lost their loved ones. Yet we sit in our high horses, still continue the same thing that got us where we did so. How we go forward, how we go fix this problem, how we go move from that thing. President Biodo Aya, Alpha Khan for late talk 9 years. It take Alpha Khan. I was like, President Bio, are you really serious? You promised say we get new direction. Are you really serious, sir? With Alpha Khan, if you want to reach out the aisle to the other side, there are young men and women with integrity and dignity that will serve and serve Sierra Leone and serving people honorably. Alpha Khan. And people are celebrating Alpha Khan. We don't thief. He don't dinner government. When I don't say commission of inquiry, they all name there inside there. But yet to win another election, we go draw Alpha Khan. So the same thing when they talk now Neskoma is, and the same thing when they talk now President Bio is. How the change now? Where's the change? President Bio promised me. Let me go to caller. Good evening, caller. Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from? Then I will bring you in, Mr. Shilon, sir. Go ahead, caller, please. What's your name and where you call from? Hello, caller. Okay, and I think we don't lost the caller. Mr. Shilon, to you, because with people and then a survival mode, and when you're in a survival, okay, the caller don't come in.
Hello.
Yes, good evening, caller.
Hello?
What's your name, please? Yes, sir. Good evening. What's your name and where you call from, please?
I call from Canada, Mina Zainab.
Yes, Ms. Zainab, go ahead.
I call concerning this issue here. It is so sad for see this kind of thing where they happen. As I talk to you right now from this morning today, the belly they boil because we get to family then day. We didn't work with the work for support them. And for you see some of them kind of thing there they happen. Even if this is not to your family, you know they happy for see that. We don't suffer from war. We don't suffer from a lot of things them that accounts today. We not go one let something like this happen. Here, would they beg the would they beg the international community, made them intervene, they made them try to put people them down. Made the people, let the nation, let them calm down. Made able to resolve this problem. Here, violence and they resolve anything. We know say we don't tire with this government here. Let we just pray, let God take them away. Suffer from we. We don't tire. I'm not able to eat today. I'm not able to drink today. They fed for. I don't know how for talk for even watch this video I had for me. It's so sad, eh?
Yes,
Thank God sorry
yes.
for me. And that's not my contribution.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Madam Zainab. Thank you. Let me take another caller. Caller, good evening. Name, please, and also the call from.
Madam Fadima, good evening. How is everything going? CEO, Mr. Shilon, Una all Cabo.
Yes.
Right now we all they cry. Right now we all they cry for we people them out, we don't go. The innocent blood them, we just don't go out of negligence from Mother Bio. It's not anything for hide anymore. If Mother Bio Nami is serious precedent, then people are also put out this thing long enough for make them engage the people. But waiting and do, they start for brand the people and begin call them faceless, face brand. Then you know they get English. I don't know how they go pull the English and then still say this book where they learn now for just stupid and self because not only people and the stupid. Waiting really it profits them. Even to some of the idiots supporters, both SIPP and APC, you name all the idiots them. Outside them, they waiting and benefit from the life them we then go today. When we talk, they say, oh, the diaspora is then the inside. But now this thing we don't see long ago when we dey call them say, "Una stop them kind thing they are so we una do pan. Una stop division in we country." We never know from when Abonte are almost here. I never know division between Limba against Timini, Timini against Mende, Mende against Pula. I never know this. Now all of this time I see am open one. It's even in the day I not see am because we have people and they're not men win away. The men win for scatter and embrace everybody na this wall. But the most stupid thing about this idiotic people that we sit there that call themselves ministers, they are the foolish people I never seen in my life. Because there is no need as responsible papa fire them and you us, you come out to go vacation. That is the Sunday. Then you use back you putting the money, go spend them outside. That is stupidity to the highest level. Why the people then the reports where vice presidents did, they open their mouth and talk say the people then go after the police them. Why the people do not go after the soldier them? When the soldier then they're well prepared and well professional, they see the tension of the people then they use the young professionalism and get at the people and say, "Whenever we go let one match come inside." We see that they from 1 o'clock California time when a day at the watch the thing online. The soldier then join with the people and say, "Oh, no match." But the police them unprofessional, stupid, reckless, useless, begin shoot against the people then. But let them know say whatever thing we then do, we get the word we then call karma. So they come back at them. And we will never rest until they all go ICC. We will never rest. We will never rest. So we brother and sisters that we then kill until they go ICC. That's why I go left fire so for now.
Thank you so much, my brother. Let me take another caller. It's a sad day. It's a sad day. It's a sad day. I want, Mr. Shilon, I want to bring you in. But let me just play quick again, Pakaba, in message we've been get to we. Because this we get for, because people learn by repetition. When we know they see something, they forget. We learn by imitation, we learn by things. So we want to spread positive news. We want to spread the message of peace, the message of acceptance, the message of love, the message of we cannot dismiss people. We have to treat people the way we want to be treated. Because if you dey mass me food for long, I say they mass me food, and they mass me food, you not stop. You continue to mass me food. One day, myself, I go get the strength. Even if I small, you big past me. Or one day, I go big back, myself will push you back. Fetch go come inside it. And that day we get for begin left. Let we hear back one more time, waiting for Kaba say. Where in older Pekin, where they cut here and rebel war. Have we forgotten? We go sit down at peace and reconciliation. We agree, we talk, we make lists. We talk all what you will not for do, all what in bring the war, all the things, all the people that will be feel disgruntled, what in do this, how this been there, how done that day, then put all in a one pile for let we remember and say this is the reason we cannot go back down there. Like Mr. Tali say, after elections, the next day you begin rule the country, you begin run the country for do the people the business. But oh God, let we go to Pakaba, please.
Today is a very important day for Sierra Leone. We have the civil war in my country is at an end. And we have all resolved that never again shall we resort to violence to settle matters of political importance. This is a child who is going to grow up without a right hand. This is the product of war. So I hope we shall all learn from this and try to embrace peace wherever we are. Thank you very much. Today is a very important day for Sierra Leone. We have The civil war in my country is at an end, and we have all resolved that never again shall we resort to violence to settle matters of political importance. This is a child who's going to grow up without a right hand. This is the product of war. So I hope we shall all learn from this and try to embrace peace wherever we are. Thank you very much.
I hope we embrace peace. The thing is peace, but the way we did inside social media right now, the internet come for can advance with life, for can make communication, for can let we grow, for let we discuss things that we go better with life there. But if you go to Sierra Leone, are there like few African countries, the pages, when you hear young Africans speaking with intelligence and how for gets the continent to thrive and compete with the rest of the world, we hear our young boys, the forgotten, wounded, the rebel, the left behind, trauma of we war with 11 years senseless war. We hear how our grown-ups, we hear the young ones when they forbid the future of hope. We hear them. They talk nothing about how to develop Salone, but how to kill each other and how to stay in power and how to get a piece of the pie for enrich with self. This is what we talk about on our social media platforms. We don't talk about educative stuff. We don't talk about how to grow. We don't talk about how to solve problems. All we do is set ourselves against one another. We're taking sides and killing each other. And today, a day where we not going to ever remember the 10th, we pray to God and not start something we're going to be disastrous like the last war where we fought. We pray to God, we stand to that, we say no, we preach peace. We say no, we hold we leaders accountable. We hold every reckless Sierra Leonean accountable that will sit there and promote war. Answer the people, address the people, recognize the people, sympathize with the people, empathize with the people, come down to the people. We cannot be up there and ruling people. Come down to the masses and understand their problem and try for put good word. We're going to grow good seed. We cannot do this anymore. We cannot sit by idly watching this thing go on. Some people are jubilating today. Some people are glad today. Some people are say, but you pray to God it will not be you tomorrow. You pray to God the table will not change and the thing will not come and be you tomorrow. Then what would you say? Would you celebrate? Would you dance? Would you jubilate? Somebody's father, somebody's child, somebody's mother was killed today because we know they communicate. We don't know how to communicate. We talk over each other. We call each other names. The politicians set us together. They light the matches. Then they left we know the what we ate. Some people receive salary to talk. They see the truth to talk. Thing we're not to write thing, but then they pay them because we lack integrity and love. Because if we don't love ourselves, we cannot give love. If you don't get what you not get inside, you cannot give to the next person. We get caller. Let me take the caller, then I'll bring you in, Mr. Tarley. This has to stop. Let us choose peace when we can. Yes, the caller. Good evening. What's your name and where you call from?
Good evening, ma. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you, sir. How are you, Sefu?
I want to thank you for bringing the program here up. You know, possibly I don't admire, I get high respect for you. It's so sad for our country what thing that happens today. But I think it's high time we begin calling things by their name and now begin hiding political color or they hide behind media or whatever. I believe the government starts very well for the past 1 week or all they follow social media, where they see how they go out. They're going on social media, then they plead with people. When I not go out, if when I don't go out, people that know they're outside, they go join una for cause mayhem. Policemen, where they do defend the country, they get life, they get family. We all see social media, no small more than the slaughter police, get caught now. What do you expect them to do? They have to defend themselves. That's why they have guns. When they talk to you, Madam Fadima, you set away there and the way in a military. You know, ever allow enemy can hold you with your weapon when you get weapon. You know, ever agree. It's really unfortunate. And there's one thing where they really pay for real life. A lot of which Sierra Leoneans, they would pay for real life. Some of the things where they go on in the country right now, they see, now see where they build bad results for which Umaga. Bad results. This whole thing started from the day where election done. Other political parties that begin threatening about causing mayhem, causing unrest for the country and all this stuff. They don't care about from that time till this moment. Ebo, how long we go there on this? How we expect the country to develop? There is no way we country to develop where we not able to come together. We don't see on social media where president don't go meet former president. We don't see in media where vice president don't go meet former president. We don't see whether they try other peace-loving people that don't try to bring them together. Yes, people not agree for come together. Yes, matter of your issues. Some of we get personal thing the way they do as a president, not like. But I think as a nation, as a good citizen, this not to the right role for use for venture to grieve. What the government boss they do to we? What the police station they do to we? What the people private cars and they do to we? Where they go burn and destroy? I don't see as demonstration. Then Madam Fadima, you talk something very important where it make a little bit doubt in you today. Sorry, I come out this kind of way. Are you not possible? When you say let government dialogue with Adebayo, like seriously, person where they cause Mami cause, where they cause President Mama, where they cause by it cause everyone and it don't cause everybody in the country. Nine government they dialogue with seriously in this modern day. Then I want you to ever expect you for say.
Okay.
They always say this, even the Western one near you there, Mama, will not go do this, they go on social media, they cause president, any animal one. Go to the cost of the thing. So let Adebayo go on media say, let them overthrow a sitting government, let them bomb police station, let them bomb government property. That's not supposed to be as a real citizen who can encourage. So that will be frustration for you young guys today. I think we get a better way for don't do this thing today rather than the way how they do it. I really think so. It's really high time with the diaspora and say, we try to begin to tell people that within society, the problem about the country is not only the ruling government. The opposition is blaming all of these things that is going on. They are doing it in hiding. We're not responsible for Adebayo. Please
hold on the line and give me chance to talk because you don't accuse me and I'm not going to sit by because I can defend myself here. I believe as a leader, a good leader, leadership, every citizen, America, one of the world superpower, it negotiate with Russia, it negotiate with China, then they do prison exchange for get back, it give out the worst person for get back in one citizen or waiting and call. We negotiate, we cannot cut because somebody, why we not send diplomacy? Why is this person this way? Adebayo in language. I am not for moral, and it is wrong to cause person marry in society. It is frowned upon, morally wrong. I don't identify to that. But the language of Adebayo resonates with a lot of Sierra Leoneans that are going through the plight and the struggles because we have a leader that fails to engage and try to diffuse the situation, it will blow up. And this is the thing that you said that I should not say they could make. The government for make with Adebayo, that's showing superiority like you're superior. And this is a citizen of Sierra Leone that is disgruntled.
Let me just jump in here quick. The problem now is like you say, I'm not telling people that they cause problem. In fact, you do act now just actually care about the police. No, you don't care about the police. Because the problem is now the same politician when you come back so today, and then they use the police against the citizens and make with the clash. Okay? When you don't talk now, say protest. You don't know America. It's fundamental right. So you go to where the problem starts. When APC come, we all joined the SAPP for protest against APC. When they stopped the protest, we all they get no sense. They got no sense to talk about. So it was formed by SAPP because of protests. So when they come now, they can't talk about this. This was something we stand for. The citizens no country said they want to make them hear their voice. Who saw one there for tell the government say listen to your people. Some of we I never now forum, but at the same time give the man a right what he deserve. Because when I push on to the side, people they listen to her. Whether we let anybody or not, we not let him approach. I don't encourage mommy cause. But at the end of the day, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Okay, what you want a politician not fail for doing a salon for talk to the people them. Adebayo feel a vacuum. Today happen we lost some people them. We lost policemen because of people like Puna. When they talk, say we don't Adebayo for listen to. The problem is, President Biya was just an ordinary citizen. Minister of Information was an ordinary citizen. Then becoming somebody because we the people have get the power. Not so because of the bomb. It was given to them by the citizens of Sierra Leone. There can be nobody today. But if people don't begin listening to them, that's what leadership is. When you talk about saying they're going to President Kuma impose, how many times President Biya don't go to and talk to the people of Sierra Leone to put party business? They just talk directly as the president of Sierra Leone. Everyone when I say one of your south eastern Abogada, Mina eastern Apikin as na the eastern born. Before me the board, all the vote SAPP. Before me this party at the south. You don't say they call them behind the scenes and tell us say this is wrong. When I come with vendetta from the one we talk about the president, they don't come for unifying the country. It come for turn against APC. We tell us behind the scenes this is wrong. We see this they come far say we don't say una same one below the team. People like Una now cause this today. People like Una cause this for where people die. Now cause the president for die. Because I see people that don't listen to nobody. When I visit because if you party that if you say no, everybody, or better, we are all Sierra Leoneans. I don't care where they engage them, talk to them. They will listen to you. That's what it is. Talk to your people, they will listen to you. When they talk to them, even at violence. This is what's going to happen. When I never push the blame around, take the blame as SAPP supporters. APC and do the worst, they're not killed this way. When we have they kill worse than yesterday. Why? Ask yourself why. Now, the military, now they control the military, the police, and everything. When I control the parliament, so what's an excuse now? The president control most of the institutions of the country. Mr. Shilama, I apologize. Over to you, sir. I apologize, sir.
No problem. Yeah. No, I'm in line with a lot of things being said, but in fact, the beauty of the conversation we would get, the call I would just call, I appreciate the fact that you call, and respectfully, it seems like, and carefully, it seems like, try for making your own case. I think that the beauty that they will get on this show, for allow people, as long as we have mutual respect for ourselves, they say reasonable men can differ. So we all don't have to see things with sense of analysis different. And everybody seems to be right in terms of what you would talk about. Okay? But my thing is leadership. And I have said it over and over. I think President Biya, in most cases, or in a lot of cases, I don't say most, may be well-intentioned. I've always felt they get a weak team. They get too many paper bookman them, certificate bookman them, but people who are very much short in common sense and organizational skill and foresightedness. So now, like I can use soccer as an example. I mean, you can be the captain of a team. You get good. You get somebody to play passion. But sometimes what will happen if you put one or two 12 people on the team, you can always be soccer defeat. You don't then say you the captain and tell with that person. You don't have players on the team. We will goal to be to win. And I think there is a lack of skill needed to run a country, because see everybody they talk, they want to be president, they want to be this, they want to be that. I've always said it's not an easy goal. I mean, for run government, it's not easy. These guys come in, then they do a heavy lifting, then everybody just to do as they please. Now, my thing would be, again, me in position, simple. I don't trust these two parties. That doesn't mean the two parties do not get good people. They can get very good people, very able people. But you are just as good as the next man we in the team with. Otherwise, the defeat on all the sufferer. My thing is the alternatives, or the alternate prospective leaders, where are they? Nobody is hearing anything about them. Isn't this an opportunity for sure we say, again, I use myself, if I were an active politician, I would use this opportunity. If I was one of these guys, the NGC, the C4C, and all the other guys, this would be my time to shine, to step forward and say, hey, this is what I can offer the country. This is what I see wrong with the country. But we are not seeing the kind of potential leadership. And that, to me, I feel sorry for the country. Because for 60 years, 60 years after independence, everything we've had, we've been a progressive accomplishments we've lost. And we continue for day on this sliding scale. So, so my heart bleeds for the country only because we know to show the potential where we need it, because we emphasize on what it takes to move a country. Well, we see African countries there. We see some of them where they make progress. They're not necessarily, because once upon a time we'll get for the site, or America, Germany, Canada, Australia, but there are countries now in Africa that are moving ahead. Maybe we need to begin to watch the countries and they are how to do, So my thing is, I'm speaking in general terms. I think when the vice president came, one, I think it was a miscalculation to speak in English, because if you want to speak for the foreign press or for the embassies then, all you have to do is speak in Creole and go interpret for them. Okay? But I think politically, I don't think it's wise. Because this is an emotional time. So the emotion, the people can fulfill them. And like Ms. Fadima say, you start off by expressing sympathy for the lives that were unnecessarily have been lost. Then you address the issue of the unnecessariness of lives being lost. And, take them step by step by step. But when you begin use adjectives, putting people down, this is not the time for that. I think this is the time that a good leader, and like someone, I think Mr. Tarali said that also. The world has changed. You're not there for day in a salon for address issues. President Bio, wherever he is, he could do live broadcasts to the rest of us all over the world until we, in feelings, let we make our own assessments. But again, so I see not only a failure, and this has nothing to do with the man. I think he's trying, but he just gets bad team. He's not going to. I listened to preacher Jake from Texas one day. He said, if you get a 3-gallon capacity, people will be crazy to want to put 5-gallon liquid in that 3-gallon capacity gallon there. Anything more than 3 gallon, if you try to put in the, it will spill. So I think the precedent in belief is, if you load up with PhDs then, if you load up with big sounding degree holders then, because let me tell you, last week in our broadcast, for example, there's this young lady, Miss Chidi, I think.
Blyden,
yeah, Miss Chidi Blyden. Okay, here is a distinguished Sierra Leonean. We come, and in a talk Creole like the rest of we, very highly accomplished, working at the White House with the Defense Ministry. Now, a woman like that, what you may see, when our problem. If you not to work for Sierra Leone, if you not to work for America anymore, Sierra Leone will never see the need for consultant, for using experience, for using connection. We self to we self. We go feel say we go able to do what you know when they do. We can't. Because the people away they rub shoulders with are of a higher stature. So those connections will for the try for capitalize on them. But Sierra Leone, everything with ego now they put before. You know, when commencement, for example, in college, graduation, how many times have we bring in successful people, them, blacks as well as white, for can talk to graduates for instill some excitement in them for the future. We're not to do that. Instead we will say, well, we want Mr. X, we go to so and so place. So we leadership not the problem. And why I say leadership, now I get a lot of admiration for President Bio. He's worked hard to be where he is, you know. But when you reach that top there, it's tough for stay up there. You know, it takes a lot of skill, it takes a lot of hard work, not to like, that doesn't put you on cruise. So once again, I'm simply saying, for example, I watch a video in the same instance, like Kenema. And it's unfortunate because the police, first of all, I don't think they all get one instruction. I think it depends on what part of the country. But there is a video going around that I watched where even the days where people are not going to treat, the police were instructed
to break
go
down.
and they break down people in Bafa.
Break down their market tables. I saw that.
Yeah, because they no cancer. I mean, here, and the police officer, they go around, broke the thing there, and they said to me, this is wrong. In fact, if me a market person, it makes sense for that no kind of treats, that no can sell that area, because if ala for them, I don't be able to pack my market in time for run away. That it could be something as simple as that. But the police see it and they try to protect the government. And then if you not can sell what you're supposed to sell, it means you support whoever organized the strike, which is wrong. That may not even be the reason. Because anybody will know anything about selling market. What they say, oh, ala for them. How much you go pack? You try to save your life. So it's so wrong for the police for begin broke people the marketplace because they're not show up. Because they're not show up, not because they show up. They are being punished because they're not show up. They are being ostracized. They are being accused of supporting strike organizers. And there is no evidence of that. So again, I hope we will use this situation as a learning situation for teach people them. But violence is not going to stop. It's just human nature. As long as when you call a strike, you're going to have those for whom a strike is an opportunity to lash out, you know. And so government for maintain that balance there, it's a tough balance. So, but it is what it is. We just get to work at it. It's an ongoing struggle.
We have to fix it. We have to fix it. You know, we have to fix it. And then that last caller, Bolo can take two more callers. That last brother we talk, he say, Adebayo, a good leader engages the worst of the citizens.
You're so right, Mr. Lima. You gave a wonderful example. That was a wonderful example you gave. You're not going to let the person to negotiate.
You're not going to let her.
But you can
negotiate. You can make her say, okay, what problem? No, fix this. For move forward, for peace, in the name of peace. President Beyonce go conflict resolution school. He get master's degree. David Francis na been professor. Na England, they say na that they teach. We get all these people that will not be able to diffuse a 30-something-year-old guy within a Holland, where they call Adebayo. We can't diffuse in tension. We can't
Auntie Fadima, allow not ever be diplomatic now. Okay.
Yes.
Allow not ever be diplomatic now. Wait about say divide because because one against because. But tell me by which APC has a person of support now. Oh, they can social media. It's not in the cost of Mama then. The same APC has a support not in the cost of Mama then, right?
Yes.
I mean, of them why they come and say they support the support of because. What make I buy the cost of because? We some boys say every the cost of Mama then. But guess what? We still they can agree with message. We don't care about the Mamikos. What make everybody cause Mamikos? Not go back to the root problem now. We are not for Mamikos. Like we, you know, so not a lot of our platform then. But the truth is, when politicians them the states them the seize advantage by citizens. Huh?
No, I said we the fed for them. Mr. said they don't naked me. Jibriba go and naked me. He said me the fed for Mother Bill.
Okay.
Because we've been there.
Because politicians. The politicians that from both political parties, they may take advantage of citizens. They don't. The citizens they can no self complain. They left handed. So everybody begin cause for me because they finally they ask the politicians. But good citizens begin gravitate towards that because they know say they don't finally get something when they get to the politicians. You know, right? But that make a Mamikos dynamic. If almost today, we may expect at that point, meaningful citizens will come out as politicians will come out and say, well, let me engage the people. Who say don't talk now? I say, Salone, when you talk about religion, Christians and Muslim, all man claims that Christian and Muslim. Why don't you listen to the Bible audio? Go and listen to them. There's only Muslim pastor, Imam, don't listen to the Bible audio. So at the end of the day, we don't pass that point. So only listen to them.
Listen. They listen to it.
But the politician is not Mamikos, it's the cost Mamikos. Now, I think the cost Mamikos. Now, the blind the cost Mamikos. All the politicians, all the cost Mamikos, they still support them. So many go see all the corner. We don't see the support of politicians. We don't go to the border. All the cost Mamikos, still support them.
Yes. Attila be minister, the cost Mamikos. Attila was minister na social welfare, deputy minister under APC, the cost Mamikos. Sylvia Blythe, the cost where people they oppose them. But who don't cost Mamikos na social media, but then they talk about morals and waiting and call. You see, so when I engage me, that me they say, let's take 2 more callers, then we go wrap up because this is crucial. Caller, good evening. What's in your name? What's the call from, please?
Okay, good evening, Minneapolis.
Hello, Chris. Good evening. What's in you get for today?
Me on commentary, I was everything happening. First of all, I have to say, rest in peace to the one that was life. And this thing always kind of, you see some of what over here, we the polar consider. You understand it? Most of the people in where old position are presidents, ministers, honorable, observe most of them don't live in this overseas. Most of them don't learn from overseas system. And when they go Africa, and then they implement that same system there. All they care for, some they care 5,000, some they go salary, they pay up past 5,000. Now waiting at thief, you go for good thief. Not for happy, you go for good happy people. You understand? For me, if you don't for able the mindset of the people, then get that say, okay, now let me forget for the people that already diaspora, you understand it? Let me think what we got to say come on for a college. I promise you understand. Let me empower them. So people capable for being forget ministerial position, you understand it? But while all them where presidents come, all the ministers they don't leave London, they don't leave England, they don't leave America. It's crazy. And the call away talk about Adebayo, you understand? And this time where they go right now, they cannot talk no more. In negotiation, let them call Adebayo. Able to negotiate and see how we will fix this problem and forget about this and move on. You understand? And that's my own contribution more. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. The diasporas are the fundraisers. They raise the money. So when they make campaign, the biggest contributors, then they go make the minister, then they go make the dentin, and they forget to get the money back plus profit. That's the reason they do it. APC, SLPP. That's what they do. So these people come. Nobody not going for tell them. They check them. They work with them. They do. They not get standards. They forget all what in they don't learn because we not value. We serve. We not go with good intention because when the intentions are not pure, we yield nothing. When the intention, we not go with good intention, nothing comes out of it. It's empty. God not a bless who side the intention not pure. Nothing no commodity. Now we continue for stay poor. Now we continue for the behind. Now we continue for the get blackout. When they get 2-3 days, blackout guy go to pump, they open 3 times for week. If you not get her after that 10 days, na your way and they go find another kind way forget. All these things where 60 years we been get problem, then they take they will still get problem. If you get picking with on 60-year-old, wait 30 days, then I'm my also able get her himself, not a better person. You not come for can do, you not get vision, you not get waiting and call safe. So that particular person there, now that day, now so we did in Salone because we not grow, we not do nothing, we not get nothing for show, for we growth, for we accomplishment, for we stuff. Except the population increase. That's what we get. We get more population with more poverty. We not get nothing for show. We get growth. We not get economical growth. There are no jobs. We sit on there. We economical structure rubbish. We don't get people that we not able to fix the thing for local come outside. They follow reach to connect with the other company that are the world. You know, we dey and play cook. We dey and play host. We dey and play waiting the call. But let's go to another caller. We call her. Good evening. What's your name? Inside the call from. Inside the watch me from please. Can you turn down the voice way they watch me please?
Hi, Madam Fadima. This is Anonymous. How are you guys?
Oh wow, that voice I know. Good afternoon, my darling.
Oh my God, you look amazing, Mr. Sheila. You look amazing, Mr. Charlie. You look amazing. All they do a great and fabulous job. Hey, I'm so excited. I'm not all about bloodshed. I'm not about violence or anything. But one thing I'm happy about today is the fact that the people are standing up. This is what should be happening in our country. And go Salone, go Sierra Leoneans, then we rise. We just suffer from moral bankruptcy. And they say this with a broken heart because it's okay for let the leaders and let them call them say they're not chief man them, but it's not okay for let them cost them mama them. Like say mommy cost they rob by you. Would that they not cost you mama at this world? That's not the list of all things where they go say to you. And them mommy them some comrades they say now where me picking better and I make them they kind of make them feel say them better because they're not. But anyway, we as Sierra Leoneans, we need for stand up. We know they think right. We know they think good. Because at the end of the day, right now, the way things and they go to Salone, people and they suffer. But it's okay for the president because they on national TV, they talk for say, they continue for fly on the people, them taxes them. Not so in your money, they continue for do what I want for do. Even as we speak, he's not in the country. They go about doing what he wants to do. And what Fatima they do. When Fatima been come out, they talk about mob justice. It was okay. It was morally correct for her to say that. So the SLPP people, they not see them for say, they not bring up issues about morality. But when Adebayo come out and they speak for the people and they speak the language of the people, then they call them, they're talking about morality. Like, how do we think? Is it okay for letting people here they continue for they cheat the country money? They better than you because not better than the better. They cheat the country money for let them appear for look for select them better. But at the end of the day, now so bad luck now and then they bring back to themselves. Like how do these people think? How do they go to bed? How do they sleep? It gonna be better for let them begin to think about legacy. Me, I'm so about legacy. What are you doing? What are the name where you they left? What's legacy where you they left behind? When you leave power, what can people and get for they talk about? For saying that this the president don't do. So when they call your name go be like a good perfume that people for let them talk about you go be good for them. But anytime when they talk about you, it's like that bit of bile in the mouth. Like, what are them people? Who's way president here they think anyway? I don't know that they advise them. The money, I don't understand. And you get callers them what they call for say, SAPC. Like, what is this? Anyway, all I gotta say is I'm happy. I'm happy today that Sierra Leoneans are standing up. They want them we don't die. They pray let God give them good road. They're not supposed to go this way because if the country been straight, the country been they do right, the leaders then been they do the right thing, all this bloodshed not probably they happen. But looking back at Sierra Leone the past couple of years, we're there right at the bottom of the list in the entire world. So So for me, I am happy. Madam Kadima, don't listen to anything waiting people and they say, if they want let them judge you, if they want let them call you anything, what they want to call you, that's not their own opinion. Or do you the good thing what you they do for some of us, we love you. We love you to death. You know? I know you don't know who I am, but for me, I love you. And I'm not going to come out here and say this is who I am because you get some boo-boo zealous them out there who are just curious to know who I am. And even you don't know me, Steph. So don't we continue the love no more this.
Thank you.
Yes, Adebayo. I salute you, sir. And I love you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you. Next caller, what's your name? Inside the call from please.
Yeah, thank you very much. I recall, Mina Razak, I recall from London, UK.
Yes, Mr. Razak, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I just want to respond to that caller who last call who can attack him if he's still there online. Because I don't know who side been there, who Ben Kelfala, the Sidon America, who say the government of Sierra Leone raised petrol fuel from 3,750 leones to 6,000. He said the government don't broke the social contract to people that for wear black because the color of the present day government no longer reflect the people in the country. So I don't know who side been there, who that man be all them or during the they talk all them nonsense and they today petrol at 19,000. Where is he now? What is he saying about that? Is that not a breaking of the social contract with the people? You know, what then they can't nobody talking rubbish. I know they think how the people in the suffer in the country. Then they talk nonsense. Then they can't attack you, say blah blah blah. You don't identify with Adebayo. If you identify with Adebayo, what's wrong with that? I mean, then again, I want to just say a few things to Mr. Shillon. Mr. Shillon, you know, go brush everything with one brush. Yes, we know say APC get corrupt as a politician, but you know they compare APC to SLPP. That is the fact. 90% of development in that country today is APC. Whether you like it or not, that is the fact. You know, let for the make rent here for paint brush this and that and so and so. You know, you don't go just brush APC and SLPP the same. They are not the same. You know, APC is more democratic. APC know they harass people for protest. When APC be there at power, people they protest anyhow they want. No police, no kill nobody. This man don't come, he don't ban lantern, he don't ban pardon, he don't ban all kinds of social activities. You know, they go compare to APC. You know, I mean, when I left for the brush, all man with one brush, you know to show. No, say the fact, and no move on. You see? So, and I'm no contribution for today. Thank you very much.
Mr. Isaac, I think you make small mistake. Maybe sometimes you know in the way Mr. Shillon say. He said they have good people on both sides. They get good people on APC and SLPP. He said, "But you are good." He said,
when you mentioned that. But
yeah, he said
the two parties.
You are as good.
There are good people in the APC party, but don't even compare the APC and the SLPP. They are faster when it comes to development. Then that is mine, and that is fact. I will never be that fact. Yeah. But when it comes to development for their country, the interest of the people, the APC is months ahead for SLPP. Look at 4 years of this SLPP president, 4 years plus. Where have we been? Not to backwards, we don't go back. The free education rather than mantra bullshit is now the worst education ever in the world. You know? You have to go to the future and see it for yourself.
Mr. Isaac, I understand. I feel you pain. I feel you think, but I think you understand Mr. Shillon. And what Mr. Shillon talk say, he said there are good people on both sides. But the problem is, he said, but the problem is when you get the bad apple. If you don't take the bad, now me they put in my own word now in my own language for you understand more. If you get rotten apple, the middle good apple, then if you're not truly good, the rotten one, then come out to smell the one old ball. Now that's Mr. Shillon say. So it is an SLPP to run at the same thing, because when you get bad people among the good people, then they stink the bunch and then you become non-productive and useless. That's the point where they say, so it prefer, let we try something else. Because if we pull Mother Bill in the look, say where the option, where is the other option? Who that we go put in place? Where are the options? Because in the on the thing right now, the lineup, we're not seeing too many people that are, the opposition, the main opposition don't even have their acts together right now. If Mother Bill is to go, who is going to take things? We will give we hope, say, we go get a better Salone, because we need that drastic change. We need for move. Economically, we're behind. Global economically, we did behind everything. We don't do nothing for we serve. Everything is waiting. We need a leader that's going to take us to independence. To take us to independence, to take us towards growth, to take us towards oneness, to take us towards, yes, we're going to have our disagreements, but we can unite on things that push the country go before and the people go before. Let every Sierra Leonean able for thrive for itself, for make for itself enough, we go restore the dignity of our people. That's what leadership is. Not excluding Dande because he rude or morally, he's not morally correct. That's your citizen too. Because he do this, or because he did at that corner, or he did with Dande, or if he wear red, or if he wear green, then pull them apart. This is we cannot go forward like this. People are hurting. People are angry. People are broken. If we don't recognize that, it's not going to lead to good picking. That's what they say. Good word and I pull collar. Out for cokes, combra, where you get twin. You get for no out for suckle. You get for no out for give the two, then let them satisfy. Let them then they eat. You cannot make just one number they eat. Then they go be sister and brother self. When the parents show say elect 1+1, you they get a sibling rivalry. Two picking the way one mama they born together. Where it show the one say let can pass the one. Yes, the one can get good kick past the other one. You go favor a little bit. But once you begin for show favoritism, you can get laughed na your house and discord na your house and problem na your house. That is the thing we get.
Let me have
Yes,
the
sir.
opportunity for just one or two words.
Yes, sir. Go
I
ahead,
appreciate
sir.
it. I appreciate the passion of people, the way they feel, the way they feel. And the gentleman would just say that, where he say no for paint everybody with one brush. But in general terms, isn't that what we all do? When you say Whitman and a racist, is it fair? Not all Whitman are racist. When you say Mindes are tribalistic, not all Mindes are. So, but this is how we talk. So when you say you paint with one brush, you can't begin for that. You not to do coloring where you get for begin paint with different brush. You make an assumption and you generalize. That's one. Two, in fact, the other day, I was going through some old stuff. I run into my APC card. And I want to let people to know, nobody has, not Anes Kuruma, not Jansane, me don't join APC where they not even dream of joining APC. I was running to my card the other day. In the 60s.
Please show us next time.
As early as I will show it as early as 1967. Where were the Yansanese and the Anes Kurumas? When a young man like me, I was a teenager then, they put my life in the Mende line, Kalang district, upper Bambara Chipto. They proclaim APC, where you can be killed. Where they want for even set with petrol station on fire, na Penembo, where na Bo, which when it was unpopular for the APC, that the China they would join APC. So that conviction made to go by, not to opportunism. Okay, the APC where this gentleman they talk about. Okay, I get all reason for decry APC because I have seen no demonstration of efficient leadership than this country. Who people don't eat development. If you make good roads, you know to put food on the table. What you now I don't like forgetting to argument with people, but show me the evidence. First of all, this same Alpha Khan, not to be the APC people in this, now the SFPP, you go APC back, and when they say for make the people and make a fool of Victor 4. Okay? Where SFPP, APC, I keep telling you people, these are the same guys. But when I can believe it, now for believe. Yeah, when I can believe it, now for believe. These people are making a fool. These two parties, and I don't care what anybody tell me, nobody will move me from that position. They are making a fool of the people. They take the people for granted. They're not well intentioned. Maybe you get a group of fresh young crop of APC young people, but the oldies and the SFPP, the oldies, it's a lost cause. These parties, them, if Salone want to stick the head above water, I think sooner or later we'll realize for say, neither one of the future of that country, they're not in the hands of either. But it's possible. The two parties, then, one of them will produce a leader with a vision. We come for lead, not to for enrich themselves. So this is all I'm saying. So some people are still wrapped up in this party politics. They don't want to let you criticize the party, but nobody no get anything over me when it comes by APC. I was as APC. We joined the Emo Bashtakid and Tem, the Syria Forward and Tem, and on and on and on. Now, subsequently, after we on Tem, we made America. We made the areas say people like FM Mina, people like Abu Kamara, Lawyer Kamara, the one and then a minister, then a vice president. I say, what? These guys will run for the hills in the 60s. They don't want to let my guys sit and they associate with anything APC. So, I mean, I welcome ideas, but I'm telling you guys, you don't know much about APC. We joined APC of conviction. That's why I criticize Pashaki so much, because the downfall started with him. The sociologists say, if you want to make progress, you get to make sure say you determine what your problems are and try to avoid the same mistake. So we want to ignore all of problems. Yeah, but we want to ignore all of that. We just want to say, oh, mina man, I come here, so mina SFP forever. Oh, mina so and so. But I'm telling you guys, you analyze them two parties, they are not the parties for the future of that country. Who go, I'm not going to hold back in terms of criticizing these two parties. They are just flat out useless. If you want to know my view, I know say I had to step on all toes saying that, but I know what I'm talking about. So the gentleman, I mean, you're welcome to your ideas, and I respect that. Okay, I do paint. I don't know how to break it down. Well, I want to paint SAPP, and I will begin paint with different brush. SAPP. Why I talk about APC. I know they say APC, but John Doe, but Peter. Nobody talks like that. Now the party they made after. Now I'm disappointed. I then party the airway, the other opposition party them. We'll get situation like this. Where are they? Where's the leadership? The country.
That's the problem. There's no good. I'm not saying leadership. I'm not saying the kind of leadership I'm expecting and I'm used to. I don't see it. That's why I said we need drastic change. We need leader where stand and oh my God, everything. When she say fall in, everything falls in place. And people are held accountable. Zero tolerance of foolishness. Zero. And that leader there they look for, I'm looking for that leader so I can stand by them and campaign for them and not see her yet. I need that kind of leader. I want that leader. When they say fall in, everything they fall in place. People are going to be accountable. People are going to be evaluated. If you're not fit for the position, you need to go. We can't be keeping people for 4 years, 5 years, 10 years in a position. They do nothing for improve the life of the job where they hire them for. And they're getting paid and getting excess too. We give them everything, but yet we cannot pay our teachers. The other day, the doctors had to go on strike. It takes them after the strike. After they don't give notice, 21 days notice, they could not negotiate with the doctors until the doctors then begin stay back people and then our hospital doctor, now they suffer in pain, they suffer in this, before they say, okay, now we'll go make so, okay, we'll go do this, we'll go do that. Why would I not be done do it before the strike happened? That is my position here. Why can we not stop them? Yes, not everything we're going to stop and cease, but we can diffuse them for it be a time bomb where they like today we get what we get to. Okay, for engage the people. I think we'll get one last phone call. We'll take one more. I think one more is enough because we don't pass with 2 hours. We just come for talk on this because this is a very critical, sensitive matter, and we need for talk about it.
Hello, Madam Savage. Madam Savage.
Yes,
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir. Now that and what's in your name? And
this is Crispin calling from Istanbul.
Okay, yes, Mr. Crispin. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, this is a heart-rending for me to see we country we don't come on a Salone some years back for the country the good skyway. You know, a heart-rending. Really heart-rending. All I can say, just like we Mr. Shilon say, then two party then not two party for we. I think the best big their mother you can do now for hand over back to soldier rule, make them do transition and maybe kick out them two parties then they for me. I think that the best that he can do for it. Me I see I'm say they come. I see I'm say what happen so na Guinea they come. Honestly, that's a hard fact. Because if he continue for the BSO killings, war killings, this, that, then advisable for the mother bill just hand over to soldier and back off. Then they do transition, maybe they do some kind of thing, so carry revolutionary something at the country, kick off them two party, then they get new breed. Honestly, because he had to for we the young ones, the old man just run away, no future, no benefit, no future. No future for the youth. No, Mama, no. You don't study, you don't learn everything. Mr. Shilon, no hard feelings. I married your cousin Pikin. You know, Sabine, I married the cousin, but you're saying the hard fact. You're saying the hard truth.
Thank you.
You're saying the hard truth. Then two parties they are not responsible. Imagine people sit down, they send people in a treat for who die. At the expense of other person in your own future, in your own success, other people that they go die. Imagine, it don't make sense. It don't make no sense. You see, it pain me today. My wife never eat all day today. Seeing all them bloodshed, all them things then they at all. You never eat all day today. I go for beggar, try beggar for it. Honestly. Then they kill people in a salon. All them just hide because people are so illiterate, so full, so they don't know what they depend. Me not see myself for let somebody go tell me say come on go na street, I go there. You can't let me life pass anybody in like your life. I let me life pass anybody in life. Nobody need tell me say come on na street, go demonstrate for me. What about you? Why not go hide under bed? What die now? What die? Not so you die, then picking the all oversee. So nobody tell nobody the listen. I sorry for the youth say we don't know what in the depend. But they're still the fool. They're still basic amenities for when we come Istanbul now. I'm telling you guys, inflation will happen within 2 years. It's over 300%. Over 300% inflation. Please, can you give me some more time, please?
Okay, hurry up, please. We have a few more seconds. Go ahead.
Okay. The inflation will not happen at Istanbul, now, Turkey. It's over 300%. Look at the dollar rate from lira to dollar. It's over 300% inflation. But what do you make for common at it? If you have a ballot box, you can fight with your ballot. Kick them out if you want to. Why you they come out go at it? They kill you. They made they kill you, brother. It's wrong. I literally cry today for see young guys, 16, 17, picking their all. They put you as human shield. Say for both demonstrate. Those are human shields. Put picking their front for both demonstrate. They're dangerous picking themselves your life.
All right.
It's too bad. God save we country. It's too bad.
Yeah, thank you.
It's too bad.
We get the point. We get the point. No, go to another caller, please, because I mean, we just want to give the people the chance for talk, but we get for go to because I mean, 10 we don't pass 2 hours. But I mean, no, take just a few more because I'm sitting there on the line. No, take just a few more, and then we will come back for finish on Sunday by God in power. Kind of like that. But let me go to another caller, please. Caller, good evening, name and where you calling from.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening, caller.
I call for the Majesty. One thing we me want to say, I blame President Bio in government. The reason why I blame President Bio in government, if Adebayo, they wherever they cost mommy cost. President Bio no care, not to the media they rule. Now the people them they rule. And if you put commodities in place, you put everything in place for you citizens them, economic search everywhere in the world. But you fix your own country, you make your own country, we go make you people they not cry, we go make you people they not go on the street. But if you left the layman, where the people then they understand, it can with your grammar for can make like people they understand and people they all disgruntled, the masses then go listen to Adebayo. People then listen to Adebayo because the government failed for address issues then. If the government they address issues them and stop the blame game, stop for running after other politicians them, stop for lock people then and say, you just go ahead, Adebayo go block you now your office, the mommy cost right now your page, the mommy cost right now your office, the mommy cost outside the mommy cost right now street na Sierra Leone. There is no way it is not there. People then they suffer. People then they strain today you gonna market 20,000 fish no day. How the layman go survive? Then in the Allah this, that's not good. Where are we going? You go to school today, things are not good, and in the Allah Adebayo is not the problem, it's the government that's the problem. The government of Sierra Leone is the problem. They are not about the issue. You people in the buy us 500,000. How many people in the buy us 500,000? We don't put the worst FDRC or ARC. We are in Sierra Leone. We did not feel it. How many of us feel it? I was in 1977 strike. The same thing. How many of us feel what is going on today? How many of us people and they say almost people go able to buy 500,000 bag of rice? We can't. The layman can't buy and pay you 500,000. You go buy 500,000 rice. People and they're waiting there just there to suit themselves. Let them leave Adebayo alone and the masses are listening to. If they don't want the masses, they listen to Adebayo in song. In Mami cost. Well, they almost forcing them a Salone, they go 80 and upset they're not costing money. How many people? How many people? But you don't care. You fix what is right. Now we the masses and get for stand again for tell Adebayo say, look man, this is not correct. You can't go there and abuse people there like that. It's very indecent. But the indecent language makes the masses lay out today. Where are people coming? Of course, president and the president. If you know one and abuse him, it can't be a president. If you know one and tell you about the family, you can't go to politics. These are the way the politics operate. Politics is in respect of no human being. We don't need for know whether you know this, you come on a decent home, you come on a that home. We don't care. You go in the place of politics, we deal with politics, we deal with it right away. That's what we know and that's what we're going to think about. Let them fix the people that are really sorry because that's the way of revolution, that's the way of protest. For people that we don't lost their lives today, may the good God grant them eternal rest and make their souls rest in peace in the name of Jesus. But I pray that this, then go able for address instead of then go down for address they take well still they cannot table for Adebayo. That's the layman tools. Now Adebayo the layman they get. Now Adebayo the people that why can't they put Adebayo to the drawing table? They can't leave him away to go to the drawing table. That's not correct. They have to put him on the drawing table. He knows the needs of the poor. They are up there, they don't know the needs of the poor. They are all equipping themselves. Look at videos going around, Lyle Orestima and Black Jeep, going around killing innocent people. How can you imagine? How can a government official be doing things like that? Is that a protective way for the government? That's too bad. Then people are there costing Madabio money. If Madabio not be one of them costing money, why you go be a president? Why they all take official position to politics? Stay aside. I think that's a resting case. We they listen to Adebayo. The masses then they listen to her. Let them go to the meeting, they say whatever they get for say. That's the voice of the masses. Tell Mother Dio, fix things correct, put price down, go ahead. Every situation, then we go listen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Marietta from Canada here. How much call more we get? We don't tire. We don't. We take off with time, middle of the day, for come talk about the issue. So how many more people we get so we can round up? Go ahead, caller. Okay, 2 last people, then we'll round up. Caller, good evening. We'll take 2 more. Caller, good evening. I'm waiting on your name and also the call from, please. Hello, caller. Good evening. Name, please, and also you call from.
Good evening. How are you today?
We hang
We
in.
do very well. We do well.
Now you get me?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay.
Can
Good evening, Mr. Shillong.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, you know, man, I can follow up, mostly, especially when they talk to really Sierra Leoneans here. But when you come by the case of Adebayo, our law left Adebayo make it deal with new revolution. It's a revolution impact. You know, being get support from anybody. Anybody who they can near now, you just want to fend frame. Now he start time for himself. Beaucoup people are condemn when he start this. The only thing who can make it famous mostly na the money cost. So most people who don't talk to the government under audio, who don't send message, Twitter, all kind. It's most people millions. Nobody no listen. As Adebayo can implement the money cost, but I don't can pay attention. They will begin pull the money cost. We listen what they talk. Now so true they. Now say, oh, this guy na revolution. So let nobody know I bear now. Or say na APC the supporter, that's also support. Nobody know the supporter na new revolution. And I believe him. Then I'm 100% supporter, but say this revolution will start so na table until Salone change. Anybody who can they again with any foolish at the same thing they meet up. We all now for joining for change this country. But if we left Adebayo on your own, beside people there, other politicians no can hide for now. Let nobody call them for say, "Law can make peace, law can talk how they fix the country." They know what to do. Nothing for can tell them what to do. Pass money cost, now they make them do what they're supposed to do. But law think law left Adebayo make deal with them until things get fixed. Nothing know nobody know the Mitakila let him set everybody. We go talk all kind of ministerial position and then they look himself. That's only they turn you. I like it talk. So how long don't they talk? Now you listen to yourself. Now few people them. Because you don't mix money cost day. If not the money cost you mix day, it's actually on millions and they watch you. They will begin to pull in money cost, will listen, what they talk. They will follow you up. So the money cost they are letting up pull on. Now we assembly down there for launch them. We not get things for fetch them. We not get no gun for fetch them. But the biggest bomb God give you now, they buy all money cost. Anyone who them cost in mama say to go and see the only count over force. So they alone no pull that one they at all. Now the only way for that one they will can begin to shake the country. The money cost. When they will begin cost them mama. Before them people there, even when they eat we, then they block we around. They own people there. And they talk say, hey me, it's a me, what I mean. But now they don't get mind because we know say everybody they cost them, mama. So that one day, when say Sabini, you now even the cost, mommy cost, all them they cost you. So that side they don't quite force. Sabula na me. So there are a lot of support Adeba or let carry on things, say something in Uganda. So that one they get for woman. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh,
Thank you.
okay, yeah. This is the voice of Sierra Leone, and the good thing everybody gets in voice. We give people every 3 minutes for them to talk their mind, talk what's in they bother them, express their own side. For them able for can join. I think one more last call, then we don't last call. Caller, good evening. Name, please, and sorry the call from.
Yes, hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yeah. Can you
Yes,
hear me?
go ahead, please.
Yeah, we hear
Yeah,
you.
this is Mike. I call from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mr. Right. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, what I want to say is, I don't think that this protest get anything to do with Adebayo or the political party. What me feel say this protest get to do is that the marginalized way this administration, the way that they treat the people there, now then they make Adebayo a message resonate to the people there. Not to Adebayo in self, that the administration in self, their fault. Now their fault, the way they treat the people there, they make the people there, they react the way so. Not to Adebayo message. If Adebayo message be contradict the way the administration they treat the people there, it will be different. If the administration of the treat the people better, and Adebayo they tell people for go do this or whatever they say, the people will be look and say, oh, what do you say? You know, match with what the administration they do. When they step, and they create this problem. For professor they always study peace and conflict. People always study peace and conflict. Remember, President they all study peace and conflict. They be France to study peace and conflict. When people they are not able to talk to the people in the country. Just imagine, professor there, they're not able to talk to the people in the country. When you say people are able to understand, they're not able. People also study peace and conflict. And the only time they create violence in the country. Violence! And then they create in the country. You know, this is sad for the educated people in the country. You know, we don't get professors there. We want to get degree there. We're not able to talk to the common people there. Now, Adebayo, now the people are able to understand. When I went in the power, people are not able to understand that. But now they blame Adebayo. No, not blame Adebayo. And this President BOE administration ain't bad for the country. There. Yeah? And it's really bad for the country. There. And everything they don't promise the people there. They don't do nothing. Absolutely nothing. And the people are still a suffer. Now, 49,000 bags of rice come. Who say go? Nobody know. But governor, $68 million loss. Nobody know. Take the number Salone. You know? Nobody ask no question. People in the suffer. Petrol price they go up. If it's a people know, they will just see that money not protest. It's impossible. It's impossible. Now look at the people and cry. Now look at the politician there. Now look at the people and cry. What do the people they go through right now? And I don't know for the look at. I'm your contribution. This is a Mike from Philadelphia.
Thank you, Mr. Mike from Philadelphia. Well, I think maybe you joined late. Maybe you didn't hear you on the beginning of the show. Go ahead, call a name and last one. Who say they call you from, please? Hello, caller. Good evening, and what's your name and who say they call you from? Hello.
Hello, Madam Fatima.
Yes, please. Go ahead, please. Good evening, and what's your name and who say they call you from?
My name baby. I dey call from Sweden.
Hi, Miss Baby from Sweden. Go ahead, my sister. What you get for add to the conversation, please?
Mama, just want to tell una thank you for this program. And may God bless una. May God give una long life and well body for we.
Amen.
Madam Fadima, would they blame this government? This government not a better government. This
go ahead. You said you need for turn to listen. Turn your TV or whatever they listen from, turn and down, and they echo for you.
This government, they don't let them people learn.
TV or whatever they listen from, turn and down, and they echo. You don't turn your TV or something down where they listen. Just talking about you, you're reading conversation. Just turn down you.
Yes, Mama.
Okay.
Yeah, Mama. Wait till me they try for talk. This not a serious government, not a responsible government. I want to tell you, say, Mother Bio, not a leader. If not leader, you not go to kill you people them. If you people and demonstrate, waiting at the thing where add pan demonstration, where you not go listen to you people, and make them cry out them vengeance. Make you people and cry out their anger. Why make you not for listen to them? Make you know waiting the hurt you people, waiting the money you people them. Una they kill. If not them picking and them be the kill, so how then they feel? We are not able for them find them here then a working place and not feel fine at all for the young picking there, so I see them kill. And they feel him and they go around, they go and kill. Now government this not a government. Mr. Shilon, this not a government. This not a government. Me since I born and I come today. I don't want to see government will behave like this. Them people are they come with vengeance. They come with hate. They come with revenge. What if Salone people and do them? What you will do them? What you will do them? What you will do them? When they give them power and bad will do them? You don't get 22 years out of work. Salone people and give you work. Now you give them work for kill people them. God go judge for we. God go judge for we. If waiting and they do people and so, if now right thing, God go judge for we. That they see people the way they do compare Salone and Dubai, then they compare Salone and this and they so compare. How you go compare Salone? Why would they not them parts of the world? Yes, we not for say teach longer, but to get jobs them. Would they go work? Would they get money them? Would they able for take care of picking? Would they take care of people? Would they send money down yonder? But yonder. Thing go tranga, job no day. Almost then they pay policeman, almost then they pay soldier man, and then back they come out, they go and kill on innocent civilians them. The picking and they pass na streets, they don't get work for do. They don't do the university, they don't do the school, and they don't get work for do. The picking they angry. They're angry. They get anger, they get vengeance. Let them make them pour their vengeance and their anger. But this government say no, they're not for protest. Waiting at the two when they're not for protest, they're too arrogant. These people are arrogant. Madam Fadima, they're arrogant. More tenants, they're arrogant, they're too proud. They're not getting nothing they want to make proud. Then they eat too money, then they kill you, but God will kill them for we by the grace of God. Arrest me, case man.
Thank you. I feel your emotion. I feel your passion. Thank you so much. Because we get for end the call. Thank you. Thank you. We get for end the call. I know say people that they on the line that they try for call back. I'm very, very sorry. I mean, we don't do over 2 hours. We just can do 1 hour. But we know say we're not going to do 1 hour because we people then get boku for talk. We understand. We feel the pain. To you, Mr. Shilon, give you last word, and then Mr. Tali, then me will give me last word, and then we will say
yeah.
We will continue the conversation on Sunday.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fadima. Thank you so much, Mr. Tarawal. We all see, like I say, what I like about we show is people and they call and they pour their emotions, then they try for make we know say others are interested, and I like the passion with which people then they express themselves. But we get a long way for go. For some of we, whether they find this political consciousness for a while, we get for call the short as we see them. Like I think Mr. Tarali said earlier, we're not for try for be too diplomatic or for call things what they are, not what we want them to be. So me think say it's going to be a hard road, and well, in fact, based upon some of the calls that will come in, and I have to confess, it looked like Lawrence Lima, they go around and shoot people. I mean, if that is true, again, it demonstrates the president in poor leadership, because he should never, ever allow that to happen. Because that's what you call lawlessness. That's what he should be held accountable. He should be charged with murder. I cannot see any circumstance in which Mr. Lehman can be going around killing people. I mean, whose kind of backwardness, savagery. I mean, gross abuse of power. So, I mean, like old Shaka Stevens, sometimes, you know, when I be young, we used to imitate him. But when I hear this thing about Lawrence Lima, they shoot and kill people. And it reminds me of the old man, Shaka Stevens, where he could say, today, my mouth is full. So me not full. Why I say Lima to do this? Because this is outrageous. We have to do better for people. You know, we really would do such a great disservice to people. And it's hard for even express how you feel. You know, every time we know to see progress. Everything we want for use power, we can say by tea. We have to be very careful. So I will hope what some of them here will be the is saying that they go on because of this strike. I don't think any individual will get the power for go out there and be shoot, kill. Whether you're a minister. And you know, I don't know what to say. But the long and short of it is that we'll get a long way to go. And I think President Bio need a reconstitute in team, because these guys are not leading us anywhere. We just deal with the spin wheel. And I say that in the sense that, but when we get rid of President Bio, where are we going? You know, this country for me like a Dubai. This is a country with mineral resources, but we are fighting so hard for the Equatorial Guinea. You know, where one or two or few people them do not think about the country, they would give them this enormous power for improve people in life, for give them generations yet unborn better future. But we're doing nothing. I mean, it's all everybody for himself. And so we can see, I mean, we can see what's in the apple. We can't govern ourselves, we just can't govern. And it's disappointing, you know. When we see that the policeman, they broke people, they buffer because they stay home. I say, what is this? This is so unfair. And these are poor people. Then they make their hand to mouth, you know. So that's all I got to say, because the disappointment so immense, I don't know where to start, where to end, you know.
Thank you, sir. And to you, Mr. Charlie. Thank you for joining us again, the CEO of VOS. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shilom. Thank you very much. Just for clarify something that Mr. Shilom, will somebody say about Lima go ahead and keep people there. We not get that report anywhere from the body made. Now, I just say on social media, but we not see video anything. So let me just try to clarify that. Say we not get any substantial evidence or anything for proof now. Say for us Lima do. The only video we get now, say Lima go to Mommy yesterday. We the interview about 2 o'clock in the morning. We say they go to Mommy house when they tell them say they get the situation under control. Then we stop on the morning. Now the only video I see we can do with Lima. So I just follow we clarify that side. They make yes. So not yet for sure see that happen at all. And then the second thing is that we try for saying is that it's painful. But again, we get for do what we get for do. Like we are talking to Fadima today, we get the job for do. One job for continue for sensitize the people. We know say this means supposed to happen, but we come out and talk about them, but people are not supposed to listen to it, not listen to it. At the end of the day, there is no way. But always on our Holland use an ordinary cell phone with WhatsApp for able to control a large population as if the communication team they do their job. This is not a failure from the communication team, the entire strategic communication team. If President being a very good president, he need to fire the entire team, take that whole team out. If President being a real good president, he listen to people, the entire communication team need to be wiped out. He need to fire them all, starting from Ramantuari all the way to Imram the only for go, because that don't show they don't fail the people and really listen to the people at all. One of me that what I call, I think I call from in Turkey or somewhere in Europe, we talk about the inflation rate. I think in Turkey say inflation rate about 208%, and you're right, inflation all over the world. But it's not the reason why people in the for protest, to come out and hear them voice. All in country because people in protest, people then come out, the leader then come out and explain to them. When we talk about inflation, and me and you two we go to school, not inflation, the effect of inflation. That might be where they go to market for go buy something. It just must the price go up. You don't know exactly what to make the price go up and how it affects them also it starts. This is where the communication team and you as politician need to go down to the people, call when they understand the protest, go talk to them. This question they ask them over and over every single day. What's not the problem with protest and Salone? Why make the politicians not allow protest? This is the same when they talk about the youth. These were the same youth that went to Patso's house during the election, where they go shoot at APC and we patrol in Dumont. A lot of people don't forget where they shoot the Bobona Patso in gates. These were the same youth. These youth don't belong to any political party. These are youth, the politicians and the life, and every time they can say they give them job, where they can drugs and they give them body. They all the youth and the same body want to use for intimidate for elections time. These are the same youth. The youth here don't belong to no political party. They're the empty void. They were not get native food, but couldn't do school. They're angry, food not there. Okay? We're not engaged about them. When I come on a speech about them, when they talk now, not to the same party, not to the same the administration get soldier team. Who are soldier team? These are everybody when they get on a street and call a soldier team when they go beat Christmas at it. These were the same people. One of the kind of social media talk to I'm saying anything wrong with that. When Lima go and cause people in a street, I'm saying anything wrong with that. Now we someone come back and tell him I say you need for stop because they put in life and family at risk. One of them politicians talk about so today. This situation get for change pretty soon. Then but I don't reach that the point where they don't begin get mind for telling us they only create the police on the freedom now. And at the end of the day, I can say from this day to the we will continue for advocates. Say the parliament need for change the rules where the president and the choose with police chief. Because again, the police are victims here as well. Because when they choose the police chief they work directly to the president's step. Then they do the president dirty work. When you not do dirty work, they'll fire you. So what then they pass the command down to the policeman. Most of them policemen are job and not being get. These are ordinary citizens who were just looking for job. The police is one of the stable jobs in the country. Then go take up. They're not get party affiliation. They're just fighting for go feed their family them. Just like the citizens them. These politicians are doing everything for the police them, ordinary people them against the citizens them. Why they still not also enjoy. But like I say, pretty soon, it got for turn on the politicians them back home and overseas. What are the plans? When I get for rip them soon. When I feel saying that when I turn against each other, and I told you when I make whether the police and the kill when they kill the police. These are all citizens of that country. When I feel say when I on vacation, when they enjoy. But I tell when I say it got for turn on that soon. It got for be as the way the military get take over. Now when I get for suffer. If I'm not doing a job. So when they ask me boy, Salone, for all political party, when you go to church, that man beside you, it belongs to a political party. When you put in the same church. When you go to mock that person beside you, you don't ask that political party. When they go pray to God, and say assalamu alaikum and shake hand. When I go to church and shake hand. Or when I see them inside motorcar, nobody asking copy and I will tell you. When I go to the same destination, when I Medina and they go to Timila and they go, we all go to the same place. Let we not allow these politicians to destroy we. We may not allow them to make them separate we. We are the same people. The only time we get problem now where they that dirty party color them. They don't come from Maketuma now. We're not put police in Maketuma, drivers union, every single union you get in our politics. We need to be careful these politicians. They don't come for better way. We all suffer equally, no matter what political party belong. For 60 years, APC and SAP, they don't feel we the same way. Will we be careful? We are our brothers' keepers. We are our sisters' keepers. Some of the idiots where they support the kind of social media, they can't be getting on them out. Say when I can't kill you now. See the way they promote then they behind then they behind them. They're not stick to. Most of the same party support each other so. When the social media you want them out, let me not stick to because I coward them, just like them politicians them. Now coward them. What's enable them for hide then fake techno phone them. That's all they can do. So I ask the young people then, when I get the future of tomorrow, when I let for listen to fair leaders them, then guys the all are just bunch of drag man the way they can't take power. They don't get no leadership. They don't get no leadership skill. These are a bunch of drag man there. So what the next that my way the people of made and kill. You don't go that one day. The only difference is a particular. And when I told the better for them party. So when you wish wrong, when you wish bad for your brother, APC 10 now we all be the up skin for fight against the politicians. SPP 10 are the same thing on also. They got for pretty soon. Now the politicians go for pay this price. We promise when I say we're not fix we country. We're not bring the people together. This price will not get for payout. It's just a matter of time. Thank you very much, Auntie Vadima.
Thank you so much. Well, we don't come to the end of the show today. Wanna thank you for come join we na VOS for can talk on the issue waiting to go on a Salone right now. Like where Boko people then say it's troubling, it's heartrending. We deliberately not show the pictures because it's so graphic, it's so disturbing, and we deliberately not show the picture them. But I go make what with the end, let them show where the soldier man then come, how the soldier man then deal with the people. And professionalism in anything, when you take leadership, you get for sure professionalism. And if we take one past the other, like I give you example where you get twin, you get from know how forgive them, Bobby. You don't be the leader. Me not go say na the papa because me not like for saying na the papa, not to inborn we, but I don't take up the responsibility for lead we. Because you don't take the responsibility to say I can do the job. There are different people that make up the whole. You cannot say you go reach out to one, but yet treat the other one bad. That is what brings to this point where we happen today. With Adebayo, in case where Adebayo speaks the language, I have said it over and over. Engage Adebayo. Let the people, because a lot of people relate to Adebayo, relate to the things Adebayo are saying, and they don't experience the things them, so they gravitate towards Adebayo in message. That is only hope that they get. That is the only hope that they get. Let me learn human psychology, and people learn from things they familiar with and comfortable to and easy for them. That is what we gravitate to. Waiting easy for we, waiting we they understand. That's why Adebayo get followers. Whether we like it or not, whether we accept the fact or not, Adebayo gets bigger. Did our leaders fail to diffuse the situation? I would say yes. Because me, my own concept of life in anything we do, as long as there is head, as long as there is the leader, as long as somebody has been chosen to be in front, the mission has to go on. How do you get the people behind you to go convince the people for carry on the mission, for let you come back with the whole team? You cannot leave a brother on the side, a soldier on the side, a sister on the side, a broken soldier there say, because he would have go left and day. The mission is to bring everybody home. That's what leadership is, to bring everybody in. So we cannot sit there and blame other people. I take leadership very, very, very important. Leadership, show leadership, engage the people. This is what I think the silence of President Bill. If from the beginning there were many opportunities to me that President Bill missed. The dismissiveness of these people. We hear ourselves and we get for here. We get for here. How do we go forward? How would we grow if we don't even have love for ourselves? Because if I jubilate on a brother, a sister that is laying there dead, that has been killed, a police officer doing duty, doing a line of duty was gone down because the people themselves, they take out their frustration. There is no excuse for bloodshed. None for wrongdoing. Zero. People should not die. People should not die because they are not speaking the language I'm speaking. That's why communication is very important. In communication, they get the sender, they get the receiver. The message goes through, you decode the message. And if the message is not being decoded, when the sender send and the receiver is not receiving it, it just sounds like when you get, where you go, you don't get good connection, your phone not connect right, you can get drop call. It is the job of the sender for come back say, I think you misunderstand me. This is what how would we fix this for no understand no go being on the same page of music. This is things that are, even if you learn in a school, a common sense of life. The one that will not go school, the mommy that don't will not go school, then teach me the one and we granny them, tell them, they teach you good talk, pull cola, good talk, they put cold water in a cold fire, in a hot fire. It a diffuse tension. We cannot be dismissive of other people. We get for stop this. Those people over there, the xenophobic. Now them, now that, now this, now red, now green. Look at them. Now dande cause up, now dande. And in the life, it's human beings. Every human being need to feel important. Every human being need to feel belong. Every human being needs to be appreciated and let them know say they're relevant. That's every human being, whether you poor, you rich, presidents to the blacker on the street, to the White House, to the World Bank. Every human being, this is where problem comes in, because you feel you're dismissive to me, and I feel you not take me relevance and me question and me concerns them that are relevant. That's what brings tension. That's what brings whole problem. That's what make wars come to pass, because we cannot sit and negotiate. We cannot understand one another. The communication is broken. And they appeal to the president, and they appeal, I see it on pull a Twitter, and they appeal to the president, the Republic of Sierra Leone President Julius Maada, we need you. And they call upon you, and I come to you in the name of God. Your people are hurting. Your country is bleeding. Stop the bleeding and put pressure. Don't put tourniquet, because if you put tourniquet, now the bleeding, now the side where they go, it cuts the circulation and it go kill the things. Make a pressure thing for pressure, for let it stop the bleeding. We are bleeding. That's what leaders do. Put your pride aside. Reach out to the other side. The one that when they say they want car on way, the one that when they're on the sideline, they wait. I don't see leadership in them. Come forward and speak to the people and diffuse the situation. We don't need our brothers to die. We say choose peace over conflict. What did they pay we? Nobody wins in war. 10 families then today, they cry. More than 10, but 10 immediate families will get mama picking and they cry for the loved one don't go lost. Some people say, we tell you not go down at Tranga. Yes. Did one of the leaders come out to tell them not to go? It was people on social media. Some of them we know say out and they, outside and they, out and they. But what about leadership? Why can't leadership? We take more to leadership. Oh, this leader care about me, you know. You know, I mean, it is senseless. 1977, Papa Sheki go take them mercenary them. The OSD then today, now the same thing with them again mercenary. We call our SSD. Then they go bring their ISU, then come, then begin fire we. Take it and they kill we, bloodshed. Why do people have to die in a protest? Africa. Now we own enemy. How many times then they get, yes, they can get riot, they can get people, them, like I say, every protest, people, then they will get ulterior motive where they go there for go hijack and for go passing the thing. But come on now, Sierra Leoneans. In Rodney King, where they do the California, where over 20 years ago, they say, can we all just get along? That's what Rodney King say. So Sierra Leoneans, can we all just get along? Have we forgotten? Have we forgotten the displacement? Have we forgotten the killings? Have we forgotten the amputees? Have we forgotten the women them when they cut them belly them but they're full of drugs? The rebel but then small picking and say, is it boy or is it girl? Let open the belly. Have we forgotten all those things? So do you have any people there? Unless we continue for speak peace, unless we continue for seek peace. Some people believe in praying. Let we continue for pray. Let we continue for pray. Let we search with self. Because I say earlier in our social media, we don't hear nothing about development, how they push reset go before. All now for how they kill reset and bring reset down. No love. Where's the spirit of 1961? The people there, they big. Unless we come, unless we try, unless we work harder. Mr. President, I can't talk to you people. Your silence is not helping. A tweet is not helping. Come out in person, come out on video, come out on live and speak to the people. Make them know say you there for them. You understand their plight. That's all I get for say today. Till next week, you know, I will say we'll come back Sunday by God power. We will continue the conversation. Thank you all for watching. God bless you all. And God bless we country. You know, let God bring peace. So do you on a play on a left way with the soldier man them? Let on a watch. I don't know if they line up that video there for we. If we not get down there again, where the soldier man and they work with the people, this is how you do it. They were so professional for diffuse the situation. If we not get that video, then let we play again, waiting Pakabase, and let we go out with Andy. Thank you very much. I love you all. And remember, God is love. Thank you. Good night.
Yes, I. I tell you. What's it? About to see the crowd. What's it? I tell you. What? Bobo.
Now see the policeman, eh? Now see the policeman, eh? Now see the policeman, eh? Now see the policeman waiting at the Pandua, eh? Salone police are the patrick, so when I real talent now, then begin to other team. Now see the man, a big man, I swear for on a grown, eh? The all of the Bramalo, the Dobby Tanter, the Pakilam, Uramacha, the Pakin policeman, Unasie, Unano Bigala international community, Unana Bigala international community, Unadesie people of this country.
All right, for the broadcast live from Freetown, Sierra Leone, please demonstrate today and check out our POS. We give you live coverage of what they happen at Freetown right now. You command them, then they all about the streets of Freetown today. Then they blow their mind and then they talk what's in they happen at the country. Places of at the country. As the police themselves, then they with them. They move quietly hand in hand with the people them. The police themselves there in a peaceful situation now. And they try to protect the citizens them. How you doing with that? For blood and mind, they say that they protest on what they happen. We still in here, the youth man themselves, they don't block road. They don't block road. Situation every night. Situation really every night. As we give a live broadcast. That eastern part of Freetown. The youth man them, then they all about the streets now. They don't block the streets. Bonfire. Just for make themselves blow their mind. They start them peacefully, but the police then come inside and therefore unblock them. Yes, brother. What you go tell about the situation now?
Come on, now we want to demonstrate our rights.
Okay.
When come on, peaceful.
Yeah.
And we can interview. Don't take interview. And then fight tear gas power. And then we say we begin take stone, we begin put on the street. Then say we not pass. Because we go come on fine, we come peaceful. Without no problem. And then can't problem with we. They can't begin fight tear gas power. He say we not get for come on. And now rest down there. They don't there. No one don't left me. He said become triangle. You don't go from there. All not scatter for me. So then
we come on with peaceful demonstration. After those now, we need our democracy back in Mama Salone. But as they come out with peaceful demonstration, the policeman and the fire tear gas them against me. So we use them. We don't let them now protect the challenge here. Until the policeman they want tower. So we said they rebel against them now. So we don't take on the streets. The youth they don't take on the
camera they move. They don't say they go to one motor car can block the road. They don't say they go take motor car can block the road. Don't say they go take motor car can block the road. Alright. Well, this now what the youth man don't do. This now what the youth man don't do now. Una be careful. This now what the youth man don't do. This now what the youth man don't do now. The live coverage at Congo Water as we go. Mr. Voice of Salone, Radio and TV Network. We give now information from Freetown, Sierra Leone, Eastern, Aja Famata, Congo Water. The youthman name. They try to blow their mind on what they happen in the country. Then self not favor the situation of what they happen in the country. But look at the police and they behave to the people. At first they come peacefully, then come like a peaceful demonstration. But unfortunately, look at them. Look at them now. Look at them now. Look at them now. Look at Mama Noranu. Look at them now. Put the stone. With the police themselves, then they all about. They fair to people. Hey, hey, boys, hey! Oh man, let's stop, now stop, hey! He's not there. He's not there. Not a policeman. Not a policeman, I never police, hey! Not a walking glass. Hey, small, hey! Small. Now, the Congo Water, the hot by Aja Famata. It don't really hot. It don't really hot. As the youthman himself don't vex. The one for book motor and glass, but unfortunately, we have try for come inside and ensure say they safeguard the motor car. So this is now what they happen now in Congo Water. This is now what they happen now in Congo Water. We still label cast from VOS live. Tear gas peacefully, then say they calm the situation, but unfortunately they change at the end. So we talk to some youthman on what's really happening.
Peaceful demonstration. They bring back tear gas.
Small, hey. Una become. Wow, the Congo Water don't really hot today. As the police themselves, they try, they brutalize the citizens them. Then they brutalize the citizens them. Yes, hey, let me go. As yes, we broadcast live at VOS on what will happen at Salone now. This really is gossip. Wow. Monsieur Blitziaga, they stopped me seriously. Wow. So why not come out?
Because India, no police brutality. No freedom of speech. India. Not agree. Better go.
Okay, una be careful. Let them make things easy, right?
Yeah.
If they come, una favor for go back now. Una places them.
Yeah.
For me, they not go out now.
Okay.
Because your life very much important. Yeah.
Okay.
And when I demonstrate peacefully. Yeah.
Okay.
Peacefully, please.
Okay.
Yeah, una talk to una colleagues them. The Congo Water don't hot. The Congo Water don't really hot. The Congo Water, Aja Famata don't really hot. As the youthman himself don't think up Tianga one. Say this if for stop. Waiting at the country so if for stop. With the broadcast right now Freetown, Eastern to be precise. As you see plenty youthman them. Then come na streets for blow their mind. They say that they protest on what they happen. We still in here, the youth man they say they don't block road. They don't block road. Situation every night. Situation really every night. As we give a live broadcast. At eastern part of Freetown, the youth man them, then they all about the streets now. They don't block the streets, bonfire, just for make themselves blow their mind. They start them peacefully, but the police then come inside and try.
This is the current situation right now in Lunge. This is the airport junction, just around the airport main gate, the Freetown International Airport main gate. Protesters overpowered police officers and military officers who were initially firing tear gas, dozens of tear gas fired here, but protesters coming from Tintafor and other areas overpowered the military officers and police officers. And now police officers and military officers have retreated. They are now observing. Initially they were trying to stop protesters from accessing the airport gate, but I think because of the crowd, the number of young people as you see, now they have retreated. They are now observing. Protesters are shouting and asking that Madam Bio must go, President Bio must go. Everyone here, young people, women and children, young people, youth, they are all asking for resignation of President Madado, who they claim has caused so many atrocities in Leone, the killing of innocent people at Paremba Road Prison, and the killing of the people in Makeni, the killing in Losar, everywhere in the country. Now they are asking that President Bio must go, and he is needed no more in this country. And in fact, even the coming election, they are asking that President Bio must not contest that election because they know his plan. He is planning to rig that election, so he is now asked not to contest because he is an evil man. He means nothing well for this country. He is now sitting in England enjoying the country's resources with his family. So now this is the situation in Lunge Airport, where initially these protesters were denied to access this particular area. Now because of the regroup of the people, the young people, now the military officers and police officers have retreated. Now everyone is free now to protest. Lunge is so peaceful, it's so crowded. You see from here, throughout you are seeing so many people. Hey, see ya. Now these 5 people are not for the bar. This happen now Salone as we talk. These are the police them. Forget. These are the people and they don't come all over Salone, all over. They don't overpower the police as soon as they see when they in streets. The people they don't come out. They don't come out. Salone we don't come out. Salone we don't come out. Salone we don't come out. As soon as they see from 5-5 all over. From 5-5 as soon as they see the police there, oh look there, they run. Look the police there. Look there.
You see now the bike and the balls live inside Tintafor, the policeman bike, and the balls live. Yes, when they begin to stop people and they fire tear gas. Now they don't go to the back, they don't go to the police station. They don't go around to the people yeah. So they're there, yeah. A policeman bike and the balls now. Yes. This is the apple right inside constituency 077. Yeah.
Now the peacekeeping force don't come all over now. Kongowata, soldiers them, foreign troops. They don't take over Kongowata Junction. United Nations don't take over. Then they come now for talk to the people them, for say they're not there in control. We tell that they got 10K. Definitely we tell Papa got 10K. We tell God 10K now, this tension don't come under control.
And those are crowds there in the northern town of Makeni. They're chanting, "We want peace. Mada must go." Mada being the current president. So what exactly is going on? Well, our correspondent in the capital, Freetown, is Umaru Fofana, and he's on the line into the Focus on Africa studio in London at the moment. Welcome to the program, Umaru. First of all, what is going on?
Hi, Esau. Well, there are protests in the east end of Freetown and in many northern towns and cities, areas that are opposition strongholds. These people turned out and they were chanting like you heard there, saying that they wanted peace and that Mada must go. Julius Mada Bio, the president of Sierra Leone. I mean, I went to the east end of Freetown and I saw a lot of them, pockets of them in various areas, but quite a sizable number of them. And they set up roadblocks, burning tires, and the police responded. And I also have seen videos on social media from areas in the north, in Makeni, where large crowds also turned out there, and clearly they've been running amok with the police all day today.
Are these videos verified, the ones you've been seeing?
Yes, please, they are verified. They are verified pictures, and I've spoken to the police as well in Makeni, who initially described the situation as being tense, and then later on, the head of the police in the region, Gabriel Tommy, said that, people have been running amok and, according to him, attacking police officers, but then some civilian sources have also told me that police have been opening fire on civilians in various areas as they tried to ward off these protests.
And has the government had anything at all to say about this?
Yes, the government has. A short while ago, I went to the office of the vice president, who incidentally is the acting president, President Bio, being out of the country at the moment. And I saw a lot of government officials, and they are having a special security meeting. I managed to pull aside the Minister of Information, Mohammed Rahman Swari, to get his reaction to today's developments.
MACP has been invoked.
As the military aid to civil power.
The military aid to civil power has been invoked. So you now see visible presence of the army working conjointly with the operational support division of the police to restore law and order. Already, lives have been lost, including the lives of security personnel. Police stations in various parts of the country have been touched. Government definitely condemns this in the strongest of terms. This is very, very important. Self-seeking politicians must be behind this. They are using unsuspecting young people. They are exploiting the joblessness situation of the young people. They are exploiting the global economic situation, which they choose to localize at will.
Do we know how many people have died so far?
I can't put exact figures out now, but are aware that some civilians lost their lives here. Police officers were killed here. People lost lives in Makeni. I understand the Kamakwe police station was touched. And this is very, very sad.
Is this not because of the way you've responded to this? If only you had allowed people who wanted to protest peacefully, wouldn't this have been averted?
Nobody approached the police for demonstrations. All you had were a group of self-seeking, faceless firebrands issuing out threats on social media, and in one instance, they did a letter to the police. According to the IGP of police, all efforts made to reach the telephone number proved futile.
Isn't this because the last time they tried it, the last time there were people who formally asked for permission, they were turned down?
They were not turned down. They agreed with the police to postpone the demonstrations, and they still went ahead with it.
And that's Sierra Leone's Information Minister, Mohammed Rahman Sware. And he was blaming Umaru, what he calls self-seeking entities exploiting the economic difficulties of the country. But is there more to it than seems?
Well, I think generally there has been, acute economic situation in Sierra Leone, which the government argues is occasioned by the situation in Ukraine as well as COVID before that situation. But joblessness here is really rife. Young people are without a job, and prices of commodities keep going up, and then this has angered a lot of people. And he says that politicians are behind it. The main opposition of People's Congress Party has vehemently distanced themselves from it. A short while ago, I spoke to the Secretary General of the party, Abdul Kagbo, who said that they condemned it. it, and they had nothing to do with it. They believed in democracy, and they wanted to return to power through the ballot box. So he says they have nothing to do with this.
And Umaru, just explain something for me. So part of the chant was that we want peace, madam must go. Peace from what? I mean, Sierra Leone is not currently in crisis, is it?
Yeah, absolutely not. I mean, the opposition here have blamed the government persistently that the government had, eroded on, their rights and freedoms, and they said that they've been referring to previous incidents, such as some incidents in Makeni, in the northern capital, stronghold of the opposition, where some people were killed following a short disagreement over some electricity situation. Every now and again, they've started these instances saying that the country had been, in their words, very chaotic, very volatile, not peaceful, and all of that. So that was a reference there. But generally, those that I spoke to on Kisi Road, where I went to, and I saw soldiers advancing and retreating, police advancing and retreating, they said they were tired, they wanted jobs, and then they thought that that would only come about if the current president left power.
Umaru Fofana live in the Sierra Leonean capital, Freetown. Many thanks indeed for joining me, sir.
Today is a very important day for Sierra Leone. We have in my country is at an end, and we have all resolved that never again shall we resort to violence to settle matters of political importance. This is a child who is going to grow up without a right hand. This is the product of war. So I hope we shall all learn from this and try to embrace peace wherever we are. Thank you very much.
So that we go live